Okay, well, we can hear
I
you
think it
all
was to
right.
the one that Scott sent me. Can y'all hear me fine? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, so we are already live.
Well, I had to start before time after, right? It
So,
gets.
Sorry
yeah,
about
because we
that.
have a timer. No,
It's
it's
not
all good.
you.
I mean,
It's my computer's fucked up. I couldn't get it to work right. So, excuse my language. I'm kind of upset about that. But
get your
okay.
shit together,
Hang
Scott.
on,
Come
I
so I
on,
can
know.
hear y'all
man.
better.
I suck.
Go,
This is why I need
go.
a little time before the.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, we played it by year, on this
Okay, I think
show.
I'm good now.
That week, you can go over an hour too. I was there we can go so.
I was telling him that earlier. That if we
Yeah.
go over an hour, it's fine. It's just we normally just try to say that we'll at least be live for at least an hour. So,
Right. Right.
but we have gone over plenty of times.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, if you are unaware of who we are, this is Paranormal Gateway ParaTalk. We come on and we do a live every Friday evening. We try to have guests joining us, and it just so happens that tonight we do actually have a very special guest in the house and with us and joining us. So, tonight we have Ricky Walker with us, and he is from Haunted Pickers. So, please give it up to Ricky. How are you tonight, other than the
Hey,
clusterfuck in
everybody.
the
Well, besides that, I'm good.
beginning?
Hang on.
I just blame everything on Scott. Everything's Scott's fault.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have an alien tonight. Hold on.
I love you, man.
It could,
Or at least two.
well, it could be my setup on my end, or oh, you're talking about Alien. Never mind.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you started in doing the haunted picking.
I won't lie. Omar Gosh TV did an episode on his channel, and I was watching it, and I looked at through other videos to make sure he wasn't doing any more episodes of it. And I asked him if I could do it, and he said I could. So he's the one that gave me the idea to do this.
Oh, very sweet.
And
So so how
felt
long have you been how long have you been doing it now?
uh, let's say about a year, maybe almost a year.
Okay. Okay.
I'm like I said, I'm freshly new to it. I'm
You're a
learning as I
newbie.
go. Yeah,
Well, hey, you got to start somewhere and you got to learn somewhere. So, you're on the right path.
exactly. What is it echoing on my end, or is it y'all's end? Because I hear a lot of echo.
I hear the echo too.
Hang on, let me
Where's the
see. Let me
echo
try
coming from,
something
Scott?
here. Yep.
Hello.
He hears the echo, so he's checking on it to see if
Okay.
it's on his end.
All right. I have a problem with green screen. Doing work right now. Just
Well,
not
see,
enough
I
light.
don't hear it now since he muted himself.
It's I think it's on him
Can
that.
you? What about now? Is it better?
I
I
don't
don't hear
hear
it
it.
Can y'all
anymore.
hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good, because I don't hear any either.
Yeah. Okay. Blame it on
Well,
Ricky this time. Ricky's fault.
it's it's very faint, but I hear it. But it's not like as bad as it was.
Yeah, it was bad. I could hear it.
I didn't want that to be a part of the show, so I had to try to fix it real quick. That's why
It gets
I need a little
annoying.
time to yeah
Yeah.
fix
What was
that
it?
part.
I'm like
So
going with play
Okay,
background.
I'm
I have
trying
problems with green screen.
to.
oh, he's still messing with his settings.
Well, yeah,
Yes. Go ahead. Talk while I'll be doing a second here. I'm just having problems with my back. I
yeah.
have problems.
Sorry, I made sure the echo's going because I know that can be annoying for listeners. That makes them not want to listen no more.
Yeah, well, listeners and the people doing the
Uh,
show too, likewise.
exactly. Well, you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know what could be causing it to.
I don't hear it
I had this
anymore.
issue in one of my podcasts that I did before.
I don't hear it.
I think it could be just me, and I hear it on my end.
Oh, all right.
Well, it could be just me then.
He's hearing shit.
All right.
Uh,
Well, looks like we
well,
got a
I'm in my
place
room
It's
down
with
there.
those
behind the
dolls
office.
talking to you, man.
All right, we're going to the
Yeah.
boring background tonight. So
Oh, your green screen isn't working.
I don't know if we get enough light. I don't notice all of it. I have to work on it.
Yeah, I moved my whole room around again today. Can you
I might
tell?
just
Like it's all flip sided, and yeah.
I might just say screw it and get just a big mural up here or something behind me on the wall instead of dick with a green screen.
Hey, you could take Ricky's background. I mean, look at his very nice, attractive background.
No, I like that.
He's sporting some
It,
of his
it
dolls.
wasn't. It wasn't like that at first. I had to. It took me a few months to get it how I wanted it because I only get paid $3.17 every 2 weeks, so that don't last long, and
Right.
it's hard for me to do anything with that amount of money. And I'm trying to do everything with that amount of money. So
And you said you're actually getting ready to move soon, also, right?
exactly, I'm moving to Colorado.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I
me
want to
too.
go
I
to
always said
Colorado.
yeah, I always said that Colorado was my second home because ever since I worked at the Stanley Hotel, I've always felt connected to Colorado.
Do you have
Oh
family out
wow.
there?
So what, Scott?
Do you have family out there or no?
Nope.
Colorado, do you have family out there?
Uh-uh. I don't. My mom's going out there with me, and the
Oh,
people that I
cool.
worked with at Stanley, some of those people still live out there, so I still know those people. So
That's cool. Yeah,
it's not like I'm just
So
going into an area where I don't know anybody. So
that sucks, but yeah, I went through that.
yeah,
that's what
it
I did when
does.
I came out here. Literally didn't know anyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
that does suck. So what got you working at the Stanley?
Uh, Honestly, I don't know. I just decided to call to see if the Stanley Hotel is even real, and as soon as I looked it up on Google, it said call like where you can call it. So I called it, and then it just went from there.
Oh wow. Now what did you do there, if you don't
Yeah,
mind?
I was a dishwasher.
Okay. Did you ever have anything crazy happen there?
They I did most of my this happened there, and I wouldn't work there because they don't know how to treat their employees.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That
But I
sucks.
would,
that's okay a
but
lot.
I would suggest people to go. Yeah, I'm one of the ones who they didn't treat properly, even though I worked hard for them and everything else. So they were the reasons why I left both times that I worked there.
Wow, that sucks.
I would have probably still been there today if it wasn't for the head chef at the time, because he was kind of a douche.
I know
I'm
plenty of them.
alive.
Oh yeah,
I call it like I see it.
I am
I
not
call it
cheating.
like I see it. So I was a good
Don't get
dishwasher
me
too. I
started,
was pretty
Scott.
fast, and I did it.
I'm not see.
And it would have been a really cool experience had they actually treated their employees well. You know what I mean? I mean, how many people honestly get to wake up every day and be like, "Oh yeah, I work at a place like the Stanley Hotel." Yeah, you know
Exactly. That's
that.
like I had work. I was working like, the second time I worked there. I was working Labor Day weekend, and I washed dishes from in the morning to 11:45 at night, and then I had to
Wow.
turn around and come back in for another shift from 7 to 3, and I was by myself. I had to
Damn.
pull a double shift because I was working. There was two weddings going on, and I had to wash dishes between the two weddings that were going. So I had to jump from place to place to wash dishes. And then I come in the next day, I'm by myself. Nobody else is there with me. I had all the dishes cleared. I stepped outside to smoke a cigarette because I do smoke, which I'm gonna plan on quitting sooner or later. And
That's what we all say.
if I didn't take my break then, I would have never got a break later whenever we got busy. So I had to take my break. And the head chef just came. He was like, "You been outside way more than you've been inside. You smoke way too much. You need to come back inside." And started demanding me to do this, do that, clean this. I'm like, no, I just walked out on him.
Yeah,
You're like, you can shove this, you can shove that, you can shove this. Yeah.
Exactly. And around that time,
Yeah.
I did, even though, and around that time, I did lose my stepdad too. So he should have took that into consideration as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
that didn't really affect me. It really didn't affect me as much as it does my mom still. But that's beside the point. The point is, he should have took that into consideration instead of treat me the way he did.
Oh, definitely.
Because I didn't have to come back to work right away.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I might have to. Might have to excuse myself here for a couple of minutes because of my little dude.
All right.
Hold on. I'm trying to see if Liam's gonna help him.
All right.
I got a 3-year-old who's potty training right now, and he just came in the room and said, "I gotta go potty." So I'm hoping Liam can help him out.
That's always fun.
All right. Where do you live now?
I live in Arkansas. Sad to say, but true.
Oh, how far did you go to find your dolls or antiques? How far away, or what's the farthest state that you've been? Besides Colorado.
Well, I haven't found any dolls in Colorado, which I know there's some out there. It's just I have to move out there in order for me to go find them.
Right.
Most of mine have been bought at the store, and then I just investigate the items to see if they're haunted. And some of them I bought off of eBay. I mean, they're not all, and some people have been giving me dolls and such, which dolls have been gravitating towards me more than any other object so far, for some reason.
So how many dolls do you have?
Well, I have 50 items, and I would say at least the main majority of the items I have, half of them are dolls.
Oh, okay.
Teresa, if I said her name right, she sent me 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, she told me that.
She didn't want them no more, so she let me have them.
Yeah, she told me that one day. I said, "Oh, really? We don't have dolls around here." So.
Hey, if you're looking to get rid of them, I'm willing to take them in.
I could probably get some for my niece. She got a bunch.
Bunch. Are any of them haunted?
Oh, no.
Them are the ones that I want the most. Are the haunted ones.
Now, when you go out there, are you gonna look for some more people to join your group, or are you gonna do a solo?
For now, it's just gonna be me by myself until I get situated out in Colorado. If I happen to meet somebody that can be just as serious as this as I am and is willing to help, then I would let them be a part of the team. I don't want a whole lot of people with me because I feel like I feel like I could do it by myself, or I can have at least one more person with me to do it with me. It's not like we have to have. Yeah, we don't have to have like a major team to do this.
No, yeah, right. I know that the number that I thought was decent is 4, maybe 5 tops. And that's the case if you have to go somewhere it's only 6 where you can cover, make sure there's at least a few people cover you're investigating.
No.
So I think the part of the past with when I first moved out to Ohio here. I've been out here for like 4 years now, 5 years. I joined a group, I won't say what their names are, and I got back from meeting this guy at a restaurant, and I got home, got a congratulations in an email by 40 people. I'm like, before they
No.
I said, no, I called back and said, no, I can't do that because you're picking and choosing when you get on investigation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll look
But
at it. I want to go. I'll go. I see.
He's done.
I plan on getting a pet monkey and at some point, and I'm gonna train it how to be a paranormal investigator.
There you go.
And
What?
if I can train it, but if I can train it just right to where it knows what he's doing, I'm gonna let him do the show with me.
Oh, that would be so cool.
What's his name gonna be? You should do. Yeah. MK.
Somebody suggested that. Somebody suggested the name. I can't pronounce it right, but Skillskin or however you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody suggested that name.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It would, but I was like, I don't know.
What do they call
they
for
can
short?
Be high maintenance.
Call them Rumpy.
Yeah, I think it could be maintenance, but it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it if I could train it to be a paranormal investigator and it knows what he's doing.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because animals are susceptible. I can't even pronounce that word right. They're more prone to the paranormal than we are. They can see and sense things better than we can.
That's no doubt.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, and that's why a lot of teams actually use dogs. More and more teams nowadays, they actually have a dog that investigates with them. So, I mean, if my one wasn't such a bitch and my other one wasn't so stupid, I'd probably use one of my dogs. But I mean, Shay either loves you or hates you, and my little dog is just, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's very workable and very trainable. He's still a baby. You know what I mean? So he is that very high mentality of the dogs where it's like that squirrel, they get easily distracted. That's Blitz. He's easily distractible. Got to work on that a little bit with him.
Right.
There you
go. But that would be super cool to have, because a monkey is something outside of the realm of what a typical team would use. Typical teams use a dog or a cat. Now, someone who has a monkey, that'd be hellish cool. That'd be cool.
Especially when you, I like whenever I go to different states and cities, I plan on linking up with different teams to investigating a location of their choosing, so I could feature it on my channel. And if I had that monkey with me while we investigated, that'd help bring up views for everybody.
Right. Come watch the investigating monkey. So,
exactly.
Now that we're on that topic, why don't you talk a little bit more about that and your plans with that, as far as traveling with other teams and actually involving yourself in real investigations instead of just investigating your collectibles.
Well, besides what you just said, I plan on going all over, linking up with the different teams, and then I'm going to try to link up with teams that will allow me to investigate with them on different locations of their choosing. That way, I'll be like, if they let me go, I figure why not they let them pick the choosing of their choice. And
hey, you come with us.
Right.
Yeah. I just feel it's a better way for me to learn more, because I'm the one that likes to learn. I want to learn. I want to learn all I can learn.
We're still learning.
Well, and that's honestly, I think that's one of the great things about this field is there's always something more to be learning. Like techniques and stuff, there's always something more to be learning.
Yeah.
Like with the cat toys, everybody uses the little balls that light up. I didn't know. I know everybody was doing that until I seen it, and then I was like, okay,
I want to get one.
About it. Why do y'all use that?
I gotta get one.
And I've got two of them now, so I've been using those during investigations.
Yeah, I see a lot
So now,
now.
have you reached out to many teams yet, as far as asking them if you could, tag along for an investigation, or how do you plan on doing that? Are you trying to put yourself out there and have teams reach out to you, or are you trying to reach out to the teams?
I actually put myself out there. I don't. I feel if I want to investigate with a team, I feel like I should be the one to reach out to them. It's not their job to reach out to me. I'm going to reach out to them.
Right.
Um, I've made a post about it probably 2 or 3 months ago, but that was like a long time ago. When I start traveling is when I'm gonna make another post stating that I would like to link up with different teams, and I will feature I'll do a video of of the investigation that night, and then I'll put it on my YouTube. That way people can see it, and if they like how
Right,
y'all investigate, they can go check y'all out.
right.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and that's nice because it's giving you the experience that you want, and like you said, it also gives yourself as well as other teams exposure. Which I'm sure you understand by now. The paranormal community, it can be either an up or a down. You either come across some really phenomenal and awesome, amazing people, or it's like you're kind of sitting back going, what the hell did I just like come
yeah,
across here?
Hmm.
With
exactly.
and it's unfortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it okay, look, this is a huge
It's,
community, and certain people have different ways of investigating and different techniques that they use, and sometimes it's not favorable by the majority of the people in the paranormal community. But I mean, I guess, hey, if it's working for them, I mean, I don't know. I mean, can you really say too much about it? You know what I mean? It's just,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
but
a crazy
everybody
little
should go
community.
into it with the same. Well,
Hmm.
everybody should go into it with the same mind frame. We're all in it for the science of the paranormal. We're not in it to see who's better than who's doing this better than this team, or
Absolutely.
everybody's going in it about the wrong way. And that
Right.
which brings me to my another news. In the near future, I plan on doing another show after I get haunted pickers going and see how well this does. I'm going to do another one, paranormal intervention, where I'll be bringing those type of teams that like to think they're better than other teams onto the show to have heart to heart talks with them and be like, hey, you're doing this wrong, or this ain't the way you should be going about doing this. You're doing this for the wrong reason. Even YouTubers who want to disrespect the spirit just to get a view.
Right.
Gonna bring
Yeah.
them on and talk to them. So
Oh yeah, and it's like
I
I
figured
told you
that'd
the
be
other day.
interesting.
I mean, I do. I wish you the best of luck in that journey, because I do honestly believe it's something that it's something that not only needs to happen, but it also is something that needs to be more awareness needs to be brought out about it. It
Hmm.
I don't think a lot of people realize the dramatics and the drama that goes on within the community. I mean, for the most part, I mean, yeah, everyone gets along, even if you come across a team that has completely different oppositions of investigating, and as long as they're respectful, you can still appreciate who they are and what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's when you really start to come
Exactly,
across
but
the people that are just completely disrespectful, and not just disrespectful
yeah,
to the
and that's what
spirits,
I'm
the
gonna.
ghosts, whatever, but also the locations they're at.
Right.
Exactly. That's another reason why I'm going to do that show in the well, not in the near future, but in the future.
Yeah,
Because
let me know when you get that
I'm
started, because I can't wait to see that. We're gonna see
Yeah.
Ricky on like A&E or something, paranormal intervention. I can't wait to see this shit, man.
well, I have a friend that lives in Colorado that's doing the show. He's going to do that with me. He owns a podcast. He does a podcast too and everything. So he's
Oh,
going to do it with me.
Oh,
oh,
very nice.
cool.
Um, I can't do it by myself. Now, when I do it, I'm not doing it to expose any team or anything. I'm not trying to expose anybody. I'm just, it's basically to have heart talks with them and try to change their view of things and try to change the way they do things if they're doing it the wrong way. That's what we're supposed to all do as a community, is try to uplift others and try to make, you get
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
trying to say. I can't think of
yeah.
what to actually
And
say at the moment.
Scott and I have had several. I mean, just since him and I have hooked up, since I've been out here in Indiana, and I mean, throughout the years, I've had people come to me and ask me, how do I get started? How do I? And it's so funny because, and I think this is why, especially for Scott and I, and like when I meet people like you and some of the other guests that we've had on our show and a lot of other people in the paranormal community, it is, you have to have respect, and you have to understand the equipment that you're using and how it works, or just don't even get started. Like, and you hate to be like that towards somebody, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're not going to be out there and putting your good face forward, so to speak, in this community and representing this community in a positive and good light, then just, I'm sorry, stay the hell away. Like, we don't need people
Exactly.
like that.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
And that's why those type of people, you have to have a sit down. You have to talk to them. Like, look, you can't do it this way, or. And I don't know. I just feel led to do that because I'm overprotective of my haunted objects as it is, and
And you should be.
I guess the spirits that reside. Yeah, I won't let nobody I don't care who it is. I won't let nobody.
Well, and I look at it this way.
And,
I mean, kind of like, like you and I. So I think Scott knows this, but like, for our viewers and, our friends and stuff like that, you guys probably don't know, but I actually sent Ricky some dolls and I'm like, here you go, buddy. They're all yours now. All yours. Now it was a very interesting.
We had
Did he freeze?
No, I'm gonna let you finish. Sorry.
Okay. I'm like, he froze.
Well, you're on.
No, I was just going to say we actually had a very interesting conversation during all of this because I was actually going to originally send him more dolls than what I did. But then he was kind of analyzing the pictures of the dolls that I had sent him. And I was like, hey, these are the ones that I'm going to send you. And he was like, hey, I don't know if you took notice of this or not in this picture, but you see this shit, kind of thing. And it was very enlightening because I sent you the picture and I didn't even think twice to like look back at that picture or anything. But I mean, there's actually something in the one picture of the doll. So I was like, all right, Ricky, like, I love you, man, but I'm going to hold on to this one because there's something here about this one that's like, this one has to stay with me.
It also can't be just the doll. It could be the spirit that whoever the spirit was could just be showing up in the pictures just to show you that they're there, and it don't necessarily mean that it's attached to the doll.
Right. It was just crazy how it was only in that one picture, and I'm like, okay, like, and at first it was so interesting because at first I was like, no, like that. No, like, damn it, I know. Like, I brushed her hair. I smoothed her hair down, like, before I sent you the pictures. Like, I'm not, come on now. I'm not going to send someone some shaggy ass, like, raggedy hair doll. Like, but, see, these dolls have been packed in big, huge totes for years and years and years and years. I have not opened or even... Well, yeah, I haven't even opened most of these totes. There's one of them.
Yeah, that's your doll. I remember that one.
A little Valentine's doll.
No, this is one.
Oh, no, yeah, I was going to say.
Store.
Oh, you don't get me.
Well, I can't really.
Good.
I'm trying to get it where it's in the photo, but it's not. She don't look like she don't want to be in the
She
photo
doesn't.
Yeah.
She's like,
or the
screw you,
video.
people.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
Like I'm gonna this way and that way, so I'm not in the video. But I found her just like
So
this.
Do you have
I
any
think
favorite?
Scott was asking you right before I had to help my son. But how many dolls do you think you have now? I mean, do you have an exact number?
I have 50 items total, but the main majority of them are dolls.
Our dolls.
So if I had to guess, are dolls. They keep gravitating towards me for some weird reason. I don't know why. I've got a few figurines now, but and a teddy bear over here that I think might be haunted. But I need other things than just dolls because anything can be haunted if it really wants to be.
So
And
you are, I mean, you are looking for other items other than just like the dolls and like the figurines
yeah,
and stuff like that. Okay. Okay.
exactly like like if you look right here in the corner, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing at, but over here in the far right, I think. Yeah, on
No,
the
I
right
can't.
screen, that's a statue. Let's see if I can
Oh, is that
just.
kind of like that, like brassy looking thing
You see,
behind you?
yeah, that's a statue.
Okay. Yes. Oh, no shit. Okay.
Oh, that's it.
It's my
Yeah.
it's my first statue.
Right next to Skeletor there.
Do you have a favorite
Yeah, he
one?
I treat them all the same. I don't have one favorite. I treat them all the same.
Yeah.
They're
So do
all
you
my
but
favorites.
do you have you experienced more activity with certain ones versus other ones?
Um, well, the skeleton has given me a little bit of activity. I have a video of it, but well, they could be doing stuff. Sure, I haven't really been paying too close attention because I used to be, I guess, what you could say, a skeptic at first. So it's kind of
Oh,
unless
okay.
it's like some like if it's some hardcore paranormal activity going on right in my face type stuff, then I'll believe, then I'll start paying attention. But I don't doubt that none of these spirits aren't capable enough to be able to do that. They are. I just think they're just chilling in here like I am when I do every day. I come in here and spend time with them every single day.
And you also have to think about what your energy radiates to those things too, to those items as well. I mean, that's something that a lot of people don't put into mind, but we do. We all have an energy and aura about us, and you can go into any location, you can be around any haunted house, haunted item, whatever, and your own energy could create something totally different for it. So if these
Exactly.
were items
Is
that were one time in a very distressed, unhappy location, and now they're with you and they're at peace and they're happy, they don't really have a reason to act out anymore. You know what I mean?
exactly. And that's what I tell my idols. I said they can do what they want as long as they have positive intent. They can't do nothing.
Right.
Right.
I don't even keep them. I don't keep them locked up. I don't put them in glass. I mean, when
Until they start ending up in
somebody
bed
can
with you while
be
you're
a little out
sleeping.
of control to handle, but if
I don't know. That's like.
well, I feel that if you're not in the right state of mind to handle an object that's that bad or whatever, then you shouldn't own that item. So you should
Absolutely.
give it away to somebody who can handle, handle
Who can
that
handle
item
it?
the way that it should be.
Right.
Exactly. Like mine, I feel like if I have to lock an item up, that's disrespecting the item. And I'm not one to lock up just because they act out. If they act out because they're letting me know, hey, there's something going on, there's something wrong, or I'm not okay, or I want some attention or something. It's not always bad when they act out. But if you can't
Right.
handle that type of
Yes.
activity, then you shouldn't have that item.
And this is something
Yeah.
that we actually frequently discuss, and even just going on investigations, because okay, best example I can kind of throw out here that really will make sense to everybody is, oh, okay, well, you get scratched by something. Okay, well, just because you got scratched by something does not mean, technically speaking, that there is maliciousness behind it. It that could have been the only way that that presence, that energy, that spirit was able to get your attention. Or maybe they've been trying to draw energy and draw energy and draw energy, and they weren't drawing enough to actually be able to communicate with you. But then they get this surge of energy, and it's not like they are trying to hurt you, but because of the surge of energy they get to be able to try to get your attention, unfortunately, that's what happens. I mean, it it happens, and it doesn't all just because you get touched or scratched, or it does not always mean that it is something malicious and negative. And oh my God, run for cover, Lord Jesus, because it's coming for you.
Oh, we all had it happen on
Oh,
our
my,
boat. I think Chiefs have been touched already. I've been touched already, and except there's no messages to it. I don't think so. So
No,
yeah.
no. I mean, I've had my
no,
hair straight up
my ex.
played with. Well, how do you consider that maliciousness? You know what I mean? But some people would be like, "Oh my God, like it touched my hair, it pulled my hair." Like, no, depending on what era you're talking about and where you're at and what you're doing. I had long hair that was down to my ass, and where we were at and what we were dealing with, I would it me in my present day with long ass hair, men weren't used to seeing that. Women always had their hair up. You know what? They didn't wear their hair down. That was like a no-no back then. So you also have to put into factor the kind of era that you're dealing with at some of the places that you're at, just like your dolls. What era did they come from? Where and how many different generations, or you know what I mean, have they been through, and what have they seen,
Yeah,
and what haven't they seen, and what may be all new to them. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But yes, you do you said your ex, and I cut you off. I'm sorry, but you do have to explain that.
yeah. No, you're fine. I was gonna say, she had a bad experience while being here. Her bad experience though was my the spirits here trying to show me. I didn't realize this first, but they were trying to show me that she was bad energy. What she like, I couldn't just because I couldn't see it. They seen it. They seen what she was doing, and for them to what she was doing, that she got scratched all the way from head to almost from head to toe. And I took pictures of every wrist that showed up, and it was like even 666 showed up on her leg, and she
Oh,
got
Oh
scratched
shit, you didn't tell
all.
me that.
Well, I mean, I didn't think nothing of it at the time, but I feel like that my objects were trying to tell me to get rid of her or let her go. Bad energy,
Well,
and
and
sure
see, and
enough, she was
maybe
bad energy.
you said about, and I know it's always, you said it's easier for you now, but it's still a touchy subject at times. But you said about your stepdad. you know may have this have been your stepdad stepping in and being like, "Yo, son, this bitch crazy." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she got to go.
get
Exactly.
I didn't feel him though.
Now,
I didn't feel him though. I I'm always in this room constantly probably from sun up to sundown, unless if I'm doing stuff for my mom. But I'm always in the room, and
Or
I
you're sleeping.
know what energy comes from what dog. Yeah, before or not asleep, then I'm in my other room. But I know which energy comes from which object and which doll.
Oh, that's cool.
So I know for a fact that it was. I know for because I'm in here all the time, so I have to know my environment just in case if things get out of hand. Let's say if they all decide they want to turn bad, or they all start to act out, I can be able to sense which one it is that's acting out,
So which
and
one
then
do
I
you
can
think is your most active?
uh, well, my most haunted one I've gotten responses with. Her name is Molly. Molly, whenever I first got her, she actually scratched me as I was holding her in my hands.
Mm,
Do you
Now,
keep
like you
any?
said earlier, it's not always bad. It's not always bad.
right. Yeah,
Do
and
you,
if you haven't experienced anything like that since then, uh, I mean, how
I
do
haven't.
you now?
That was the
You said
only
that was
time
the
I got.
first time. That was the first time that
Yeah,
you
that was the
actually held
first
her.
time and last time. Yeah,
So it
when
could
I
have
held her,
also
I
been a
got
fear
scratched.
thing.
Yeah, that
She's
she
going,
could
who
have
the hell
been.
is this fluffy looking dude holding me?
Well, but you got to realize too. I look at it from the child's standpoint. All right, if somebody new comes around and like let's say an uncle that comes around that hasn't been around your kid in years or has it's the first coming around to hold the kid and the kid decides, hey, I'm gonna start crying or I don't feel comfortable or I don't know who he is just yet to where I'm gonna open up to him right.
Right.
That's how objects are too. Objects are similar to kids. I mean, that's how I treat them in a way as well because some of them do have child spirits and some of them have they're older spirits.
Right.
So
Yeah,
but
and until you find out, until you can very clearly find out if this is if this is a child, if it is someone who is an older soul, an older spirit, you absolutely you do kind of have to treat it as a child because you surely don't want to do something to disrespect someone who's a lot younger versus an adult spirit that is
someone a
attached to
lot,
an item.
yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
do you
And
keep
because
any?
children don't comprehend things like adults either. So you have to keep
Right.
that in mind
Yeah.
too.
Well, and neither do adult spirits because it could be so out of tune with reality that's going on right now because they're stuck in the year that they passed in and they're not going to know what's going on right now. So you have to kind of dumb it down
Right.
for the adult spirits as well because they're not going to know.
Well, especially if it's
So
not an intelligent, so that they're actually aware of what is going on around them. If it's kind of like a residual that's just with that item, it, they don't know. They have no perception of this. You know, and we are living in much different times compared to. I don't want to say. I don't want to say the majority, but a lot of the spirits that we end up communicating with. I think it's
yeah,
in all the years that I've been doing this, I think I've only actually been able to speak to, I mean, a handful, literally just a handful of spirits that have been recent passings within like a few years, not
yeah.
older passings.
That's another thing. Spirits will only choose the people who they feel like communicating with the most, or who they feel
Right.
comfortable with communicating. That's like with the object coming, like with the object. An object chooses their owner. It doesn't matter if you bought it on eBay or if you found it at Goodwill or an antique store. It doesn't matter. It's to you or another.
I do believe that. I do believe that you're drawn to certain items
If
for
you have
a reason.
Do you keep
I
them in
have
your bedroom?
my haunted clown. I sent it to Chris Starr. She's a YouTuber. I don't know if y'all have heard of her, but she wanted to investigate haunted objects, so I sent it to her, and she actually said that it had. She thinks it has a negative attachment to it. I don't. The only reason why I think she thought it had a negative attachment was because it didn't want to belong. It wasn't meant to belong with her. It was meant to be
Didn't
with
want to
me,
be with
so
her.
therefore it acted out. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So it acted out so it can come back to me. It's just like with a kid. It goes back to the kid thing. If a kid goes over to somebody's house they don't want to be at, they're going to act out till they go back home.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and animals are the same damn way. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
yeah, it
trust me.
does. It makes a lot of
That's
sense.
another story. Um, my neighbor had a cat that she was going to give to me at one point. I had to watch it overnight. I actually had to keep it out in the shed because it didn't want to come in. Soon as I got to because this room is right by the road, and as soon as I got close to the window, the cat started meowing, hissing at me, trying to scratch me to get it out of my hands. It didn't even want to come in the house. It
Oh
literally did not
shit.
want to go back. Yeah, I had to put it out in the shed
Now, see,
because it
cats are
didn't want
very
to.
interesting creatures. So I mean, I don't know. It's said to be that cats can actually they can distinguish very easily the difference between a negative energy and positive energy. So cats are supposed to be like these sponges of negative energy. You know,
No,
when they sense something very negative, they are either going to disengage themselves or they are going to soak it up, so to speak, and embolish it for for their owners, for their
yeah,
humans, for their whatever. And then like vice versa,
you
like
know,
with
you
a
know,
positive energy is they are if you ever see your cat just like freaking out and playing with something that's like not there, it's because they have this connection now with this positive energy and they radiate from it. They enjoy it. They love it.
yeah.
Cats are odd creatures.
Well, see, that's the funny thing because at the time that happened, my ex was here.
You
So
hear
I
that?
heard somebody talking.
That's my wife back in bed.
It's
She
like,
said, "Keep it down." She's on bed.
Oh, was she talking to you or the son?
She talked to him, but we all heard
Sharon.
Calver.
Yes, mommy. We'll keep it
I'm
down.
really good at
All
hearing.
right.
I'm really good at hearing things because one night I was asleep. Well, this happened twice already. I don't tell a whole lot of people this because until it happens more often than what it has already, until I can prove that it's not just me going crazy. I don't know. I've been asleep a couple times and I heard like a one or was something saying fuck or it was screaming something and it woke me up out of a dead sleep and like I went to go check to see if it was my mom yelling for me or something and it wasn't. She was dead asleep. So it wasn't her. And then I looked, it was around like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 in the morning that it's happened. Between 2 and 4. I'm gonna say that. And
Interesting.
I look outside I look outside to make sure there ain't nobody out there just crazy stuff, and there's not. So I'm like,
Right.
I don't know how to prove that, or I don't even
You
know
need to put a
what to think
recorder
of
in
it.
your
Because
bedroom.
There
yeah,
you go.
well, I don't know if it's in my bedroom because spirits can communicate with you through your dreams
Right.
as well.
But if you put a recorder in your bedroom and then you hear it, you know it's not just in your head.
Well, I
I
know
mean,
it could be something. Again, it could.
No, it could just
I
be
was
one
gonna
of
wait
those
till you
things.
said, yeah.
Well, and it's
Or
so
it could be
hard.
one of my haunted
It's so
objects.
hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know a lot of
I
people
want
who
to.
had experienced dreams and stuff, and that's kind of how they're. What I like to say, they're awakening kind of into the paranormal world because these are friends that claim they never had any kind of paranormal activity ever happened to them before, but then they started having all of these
Yeah,
crazy dreams, and then it was like from their dreams it almost like awakened them to actually start having paranormal activity happen while they're well awake,
exactly. See me. I seen my stepper when I was actually at the Stanley Hotel, and the person that I think I seen was F.O. Stanley, the person that originally owned that hotel,
Yes.
Wow.
and it was about 1:30 at night. I walked into the break room to get something to drink, and there was snow all over the ground because it had just snowed. And I happened to look up, and the McGregor room is right underneath where the break room is. Or no, it's right above or to the side of where the break room is. And I seen an old man looking out the window, and back out, he wasn't there no more. I went to go ask, was there anybody in the McGregor room just now? He goes, no, there was nobody in there. And it was like maybe within 20 feet of where I seen him at.
Oh, wow. I know that's a place it's always been on
And
my bucket list of like places to get to, but I don't know. Years ago, they said that they weren't allowing investigations teams to. Are they back to allowing that now?
I honestly I don't know because I haven't been out there yet. I mean, I should probably.
Look
I
into
could
it.
try to get in contact with somebody that actually works there still, and I can ask them if they're allowing that. See if they can out for me. If not, then if I when I move to Colorado and I go up there to visit, I'll find out.
You remember that though, Scott?
And
Where they were
Yeah.
saying they weren't allowing? Yeah, wasn't that long ago.
No.
I mean, it does feel like eons
if
ago,
y'all
but it
if
wasn't really that long ago.
if y'all do go, and if y'all happen to go to the concert hall, I will give you a little advice. Lucy, the spirit that likes to roam in the concert hall, if you play this song, "You Are My Sunshine," activity will start to spike up. Because I went
Oh,
in there,
okay.
the security guard took me in there one night, and he said he usually goes in there by himself. He never gets any bad feelings or vibes or anything like that, or like nothing's happening type things. And so he goes in there with me, and we go down to the to where Lucy's room is, and I played "You Are My Sunshine" because I remember somebody telling me that if you play that song, that's one of her favorite songs that she likes to listen to. So I played it for her, and the second after while I was playing it, stuff started to happen, and the security wanted to leave. He didn't. He
He got
said
out of
he
there.
never got that feeling that he got before.
He's
Yeah,
like,
I was
peace
like,
out.
really, dude, you're gonna leave right when stuff starts happening? Yeah, it was like this is why I wanted to come here for, and you want to leave, but I I can't make somebody stay if they don't feel comfortable. So
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's
I don't
tough
want
too,
I don't want
especially when you're dealing with like a new investigator or something. They start getting that very creeped out, uncomfortable, just don't want to be there feeling anymore.
Right.
no, I got
Thank God we
I
are
got that
seasoned
feeling when I was
investigators.
18. Oh,
Now, where
I
were
actually
you?
got that first feeling when I was in Oklahoma in Henrietta. It was at an old train station. I don't know much about it, but these kids at the time when I was a teen, I know of a place that's abandoned that's haunted. So I was like, they took us there, and it's a little ways down the train tracks, and you can't see it when you get up like to it or anything because it's got trees and stuff that are covering it. So we had to walk through trees and stuff to get to it. And supposedly, what happened, the reason why it's, I guess, haunted, I didn't, like I said, I don't know much about it or anything like that to really say why it's haunted. They said that two little girls fell off the roof while they're,
Oh
I
shit.
guess, playing up there or something, which I don't even know why they were even up there to begin with. But whenever we were there, I started seeing stuff run across the roof. And then we all started hearing like somebody whistle. Nobody was whistling. And then eventually I started to get a bad feeling like, we shouldn't be here. We need to leave now. If we don't go now, that something's bad's gonna happen type thing. I started freaking out.
Right.
Like it wasn't normal like normal freak out. It was like a bad freak out. It was like we got to
Yeah.
go now. We can't be here. Like
Right.
something was about to happen. We got to go. And like I try to go back by myself, which I know you're not supposed to really investigate alone because you don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
Anything can happen if you're by yourself. And I started to try to go find it again to see if I would even get that same feeling again or if I was just paranoid at that time. And I couldn't even walk down the tracks without getting that feeling already. I
Oh
didn't
wow.
even want to go down there. And I said, nope, turned around and walked away.
Well, there's some places
Now,
like
when
that.
I worked at the
Yes.
Stanley, when I
See,
was
look,
at the Stanley, I got that bad feeling too. The front desk
I've only
clerk
had
would give
that
me the
feeling once before, thank God.
Well, I've had it 3 times because when I was at the Stanley, the front desk, I asked the front desk clerk because I was cool. I got along with everybody just fine, and the person that was working the front desk overnight at the time, I asked him, I was like, "You think I can go into the concert hall, try to look around or investigate while nobody's in there?" And he actually gave me the keys to it, and
Here you go.
and I yeah, he just gave me all the keys and everything. What key goes to which? I don't know. But he gave me like a thing for the keys. And as I was walking up to the concert hall, I about put the key in the door. And right as I was putting the key into the door is when I got that bad feeling that I shouldn't go in there. And I turned around and said, nope, can't, I'm not doing it by myself.
Not
And then,
today.
No.
yeah, well, not long after, I seen 2 guests walking around inside the hotel because I would always get in trouble for being in there because workers aren't supposed to be in the hotel while they're working there, going there anyway.
Right.
I seen 2 guests there. I was like, hey, if I can get y'all into the concert hall right now, would y'all want to go with me? And they said, sure. So I got them to go with me. And I actually went back in there when I had somebody with me.
So,
And you weren't bothered
So,
at all when you had somebody with you?
nope, not a single bit.
Huh. That's
I don't know
weird.
why. I never really. Next time I go back, I'm gonna have to figure out why that happened because I never knew why or understood why that happened. I'd have
Well,
to
and
now
you
that
could
I
have been
got
getting
more.
yourself worked up though too, considering you were by yourself. I'm sure your anxiety was probably running very high because you're already thinking like, what if something happens and I'm in here by my damn self? And
Well, actually, no, I wasn't even thinking that. I was just walking up to the door casually, just ready to go in there and do it. But then right when I got to the door, that just changed a bit.
here's Johnny.
yeah, yeah.
I,
Fucking
I did try. I mean, hotel considered to be one of the most haunted hotels in America. So of course, you
yeah.
know, there's things that happen that you can't explain, regardless if it's what happened in front of you that you can't explain, like something falling over, or your mind automatically changes for some weird reason you can't explain it, but it just it just happens that way.
Well, I do believe you can. I mean, it is something that if you were really paying attention to your own your own body and your own senses and how you feel. If you feel a huge shift, like my guys know, if I feel a huge shift in the energy and I go from being everything is completely hunky dory, we're just fine, you know what I mean, to it's like, okay, I don't want to take 2 steps forward. It's time to take about 20 steps backwards because because like it. But we also like to say that we try to use our own self as like our biggest piece of equipment. So like you when you
Yeah.
got to that door and it's like, oh shit, like okay, yeah, no, I don't feel right about this. That was like your spidey senses like kicking in, being like, brah, just walk away. Just walk away. Yeah.
Well, see, how I should have looked at it is that if the security guard can go in there every night and sit there for hours and not be bothered, I should have been able to do it too. But but he don't go in there thinking, oh, I'm not a paranormal investigator though, so I don't think about this stuff on a daily basis. I'm just gonna go in here and sit down and be done with it.
Right.
But we're investigators, so if we go to a location we know it's haunted, that's gonna be in our mind constantly, and and I guess the energy kind of manipulates your thoughts a little bit before going into a place. Because you could, like I said, you could be fine 1 minute, and then the next you'd be like, nope, can't do this no more, gotta go.
Oh
So
yes. Boy, don't we know about that all too. We just got done investigating at the Hinsdale house for a weekend. And now I was there previously and my guys weren't. And I flat out told them ahead of time, like, not one side of that pond. I don't like it. I'll walk about this far and that's it. Like, that's all the further I will go. Like, it's just an ungodly sense feeling of like, I'm going to get pushed into the pond, literally comes over me. And it was nice because when we went, I faced my own fear with that. And I'm like, you guys are walking on this side of me because if anyone gets pushed in the pond, it ain't gonna be me. It's gonna be you first because I'm walking on this side. Yeah, but I mean,
I think I'm. All right, hold on. You see where my microphone is, right? You see how do y'all see
yeah.
blue out here in the black? I feel like I keep seeing like something walk in front of that blue light. You see? You see how like it's black right now?
Oh, I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
It kind of threw me off because I just missed it. Sorry about it.
I did see that.
I don't know if I'm tripping. I don't know if I'm tripping or that's why I'm asking y'all to see it too. Because I don't want to think that, I don't want y'all.
Scott, can
well,
you
it should have went blue by now.
Can you make him bigger?
There.
Yeah, probably him here.
See, like it's going blue.
See, like there it changed.
But see, like yeah.
I
so
see what
it's
he's
like,
saying. I do see what he's saying. Now, are you?
I'm not clicking on anything either. My hands are up.
Wrong one.
Yeah, I'm in the room with I'm in my room with my haunted objects. This is where I do all the podcasts and stuff. See, I'm not moving. You don't get no movement from me. My hands are up, so therefore it's not me that's doing that. Well, maybe right then when I waved my hand in front of. Well, not even then. You see, it's like something's going in there and then coming back out. In this little part right here. It's like blue energy right here.
Yeah, see, they can see your face.
See, that's the thing. There's nothing that is a reflection of blue around me.
Wow.
I did see
there it goes. Like just,
yeah, there it went. Yeah.
Huh.
It's like right all right here.
That's weird.
And then it just disappeared and then came back.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think that's like the first time I seen that happen.
Apparently, they don't like your mic stand.
Oh,
That,
my, where's my?
that could be it, huh?
No, but I did bring this out. Matter of fact,
Get red.
where's it at? Where's it at? Over here?
It's like right there. Yeah. It's like
There
back
you
here
go.
on you.
Got to get to.
Well, you know it ain't the microphone making it go off. Well, it's not going off just at the moment, but
Alright.
it would have went off if it was the microphone.
Yeah, they're pretty well shielded,
I
I think.
think. Now I don't want to do
It's
nothing.
weird because I'm trying to think like what.
Yeah, you can see it going off.
You see, it's like
Because that's
it's like I
coming
pulled out
in.
the K2 meter. I'm not doing anything.
Where's the light coming from in the room? Is
There's
it in
no
front of you
the lights.
or is it behind you?
Yeah, it's like a little ways in front of me, but it's yellow light. It's like a yellow LED light. It's not blue. That's what I don't understand.
Huh.
See, I'm trying to. There we go.
So his arm and the way that we're. Yeah, it'd have to be something on the outside of
See, did you see it blink?
the arm.
The meter just blinked. The meter just blinked. See, look, you see it? See it blinking?
Look, we'll just stay live and see.
Let's see. I don't
There
know
it
what's
went,
causing it
yeah.
to blink, but it's blinking.
Huh. I don't know.
That is
At
pretty
least I'm
interesting.
not crazy, and I felt like cold wind right there by my hand too. At the same time that blinked, gust of wind.
Hmm.
And I promise you, there's nothing electrical by me.
Well, no,
That's
see, I'm
making
trying
that
because like
go off
I've
like
got the
that.
same. I've got the same. Like, I mean, I don't think it's the same, but I've got the same kind of somewhat system
Yeah,
there that you've got, and there isn't. I mean, even
there's
with
no
my
wires or
bar,
anything.
the only reason you see a cord wrapped around here is because that's my mic cord.
Mine's exactly how yours
You know what I
is.
mean? But like, if I don't,
You see where my microphone is, right?
I'll get one of them.
Like right here. It's nowhere near wires to make to make it go off.
Hmm.
It's right in that spot where that color kept changing.
that's
That's
interesting.
And the item that's behind is this the
Because that
statue.
shadow has to be coming in front of the light to block. You know what I mean? So it's got to be. That's weird. That's okay.
See? And it's making the meter go off. Right when I put it here.
Now, where's your cord?
My cord is like right here.
So your mic cord goes
But
straight
whenever I
down.
move up, yeah, it goes down. So it's not going up.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to show with mine. Like, I have my mic cord wrapped around mine, and you have
And
yours going straight down into your computer.
if my cord is running electricity right now, in order for the meter to go off, it would have to be right on the cord. and the meter would be going off at a constant rate, like a consistency, going off just
Right.
here and there it is now. If it was going off consistently, then yeah, it would have been something else causing it. But since it's not, then we don't know what's making it go off because it's here and there. If I said that right.
Now we're gonna be sitting here
And
fucking watching his mic.
I mean, we can still talk while I hold it here. I just find it funny how it's deciding to go off right now.
I mean, I didn't even take notice to it until you pointed it out. But like once you pointed it out, I was like, oh shit,
Right,
yeah.
now,
Like I mean, I watched the.
I'm gonna stare at you.
Yeah, right.
No,
I
all
am
right.
down.
You see how you see
It
how I
was
have
weird
it right
because
here, right?
that would have to be if the light is in front of him.
There's a blue light
it's
right
not
here,
even-
right where
it's
I
not
have the
even-
meter. And see, there's something that walked right in front of it again.
Okay, don't move, Ricky. Just stay really.
Look, did you see where it lit up to? It just lit up to red.
Yeah, I did see that.
Is there anybody here? Okay, your spike up. Make it spike up now.
Yeah, see, and there's nothing electrical on the stands.
I'm trying to think.
That thing goes swinging
Yeah,
fucking
there's
around.
nothing electrical.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like the only thing that like I said, the only thing that I have on mine is the mic cord. But I mean, I have that wrapped around the arm, so there's not so much like free wire just dangling around. You know what I mean? But you can tell he doesn't have his like that.
No. Even if I have it right here, it still goes off.
Now, how do you have your mic? Do you have a pop filter?
I just have it right here in front of me. Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, now
I just have it on this side.
Okay, I see it. All right. Because you would think that is where the spikes would be coming from. Is like, you know what I mean? Like this part of it, where the actual cord. Not.
But I'm not moving.
Not in his swing arm. Like where that's happening is like here on my.
But if you look at
my arm.
But if you with it still, and I'm not moving my mic at all, or the microphone at all, the filter, I'm not touching any of it.
Is that why like your springs?
My hands are up.
Does yours have springs?
Yeah, mine moves like it just.
So is that up by your springs where we're seeing that where it like flexes?
It's like the little turn knob turn thing is where you like tighten it and loosen it. It's right here.
Okay. So like
That's
right
where
through here. Okay.
Yeah, like right here. That's where the blue light is. Now it just disappeared. I'm
now we're gonna be
not doing
sitting here
anything
watching for a
this.
blue light.
See, I move my computer back more. Let me bring this back out. Wait. Now see? You see how I went back to blue? You know how energy,
Watch, I'm gonna.
like, for,
we're gonna get done with this, and I'm gonna have to like download it on my computer right away so I can listen to it. I swear to God, if we're getting EVPs
well,
while
you
we're
know how
talking here, and we're not,
exactly.
it
Well,
wouldn't be the first
I
time.
could have sworn I
It would not
thought.
be the first time.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the first time. It's the first time for me that something is making my meter go off, and it's not even nowhere near electrical wires or anything. See, like just then it made it go off.
Hmm.
I mean, I know it looks like it's close by the computer because it's in front of the computer. It's hard to explain that, but it's not nowhere near the computer. It's almost like it's zoomed in to where it looks like it is by the computer, but it's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty far away from my laptop too. I mean, it's you can't see it, but I'm actually pretty far away from it.
It's just the camera makes you look like you're zoomed when you're not. Now, see, like the blue light just disappeared again. Well, now it's back, but I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know how it caught my attention, but it just caught my attention. I guess I pay attention to my surroundings.
It's a good thing.
Let me see if I can get
I
it to
I
blink.
don't in this house anymore.
Let me see if I can get the meter spike up. Is there a haunted object here that wants to communicate with me tonight? If you do, make the K2 meter spike up. Don't be shy. You were just doing it a second ago.
It did really jump.
But see how
Yeah.
you see how like there's blue light in front of the K2 meter now?
Yeah.
It's like you can see energy. I feel like I can see
What was that?
What was that?
because I can see something.
I
I
heard
can
that.
see something moving
Dude, I
on the
heard
K2
that.
meter.
Sounded like a slap or something.
Something
Heard
just
what?
snapped. I heard that.
Too.
See, I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, but it wasn't here.
Only way you're hearing a smack like that is I'm smacking kids' asses and everything.
In the room.
Get up. I did hear that, and it was loud.
It was loud.
I didn't even hear it. See, y'all heard it, but I didn't hear it.
Hmm.
This doll's name is Courtney. Courtney, can you make the K2 meter spike up right now?
Now, where did you get her?
At an antique store.
Okay.
I actually found her in an antique store.
It kept
So
we
how
can-
ringing.
we
many
can-
how many of the items that you have, because I know you have more than just dolls, but how many of the items that you have actually been like sent to you or you found them versus the antique shopping thing?
This one I found recently, and I almost missed her. I didn't even know she was there. I walked past her when I got done using the restroom, and she was by the bathroom, and she was sitting up there on the shelf in the corner, and I didn't see her at all. I seen her at the corner of my eye, but I caught her.
Oh, she
Wow.
looks older.
Yeah. She does.
She does.
Wow.
But yeah, this is the one that I seen at the corner of my eye.
Huh.
That one,
Do you try to when you get the different dolls, do you try to date them to know what year they're from, or
I do.
Well,
I'm patient with my items. I investigate them whenever I feel the need to investigate them because the news that I get, I feel like they're trying to get used to me and get used to the environment that they're in.
Right.
And so Daryl from Ghost Hunters told me that spirits are patient, and they will take months to 2 months, or months to 2 months to 3 months, or however long they feel the need before they actually start coming around or start being open more. There,
Oh yeah.
he said they're yeah. So like I said, when I feel the need to investigate an object is when I do it, and it's when I'll get some answers, and sometimes I won't get answers right away.
So what do you think is the oldest
Uh,
item that you have right now?
that would be, if not my statue, it'd be this guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
came with the trunk. The trunk is from 1863, and his vessel's from 1963, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
He's got.
creepy looking.
He's
Yeah.
very creepy.
But he's got that in the back of his head too, like an axe blow to the head.
Oh wow.
Lordy.
But
Jesus.
yeah, I would say
Poor
he's
guy.
my oldest as of right now. I mean, unless that dog that I found at that Etsy place happens to be older, I don't know until I investigate it. So
Now is that the one that you had got from, like, was that California or something like that? Is that one?
uh, I think it was because I bought it on eBay.
Yeah.
The person that they had a bid going on, and I got outbidded, and I had to raise the price up to a certain amount just to be able to buy it. And I still got outbidded, and unfortunately, the person that outbidded me didn't have all his information correct for the time of purchase. So the seller wanted to give him to me, and he felt like I would be more fit of a home than the other person.
Oh
That's what
wow.
I'm saying. That's why I say items choose their owners. It doesn't matter how they choose their owners. Yeah, I spent $250 for him, but at the same time, he's here with me
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
because he wants to be here with me.
Right. So when are you planning to start your whole journey into, going from, like, state to state and stuff like that?
As soon as I can get a reliable or reliable vehicle to where I can travel on, uh, with how my credit is right now and how much I get paid every 2 weeks, it's impossible for me to get a reliable transportation plus insurance to be able to pay for insurance.
Right.
So I don't know how I'm going to get it yet, but I will get it
Fucking
when that
cat
time
doing?
comes.
Raven,
This
what
is
are you
my
doing? Is she just, like, chilling like a villain?
this
Yeah. That's cool. The drum?
Oh, and that's a music box?
No.
yeah, he plays music
I like
on his
it.
own too.
He's cool.
I got
Yeah, see, I
I use
like
the
that one.
necrophonic app on him.
Yeah,
I don't know how
I like it one.
I use the necrophonic app on him, and I
I
got
like the
actually
musical
intelligent
ones
responses
too,
with him.
until they start playing shit they shouldn't be playing.
Uh,
No, I shit you not. I had a clown when I was younger, and Ricky, I think I told you about the clown. Everybody was scared shitless of this clown. Now, when I tell you I have dolls, I have, like, a mad collection of dolls. I have totes and totes full to the brim of, like, porcelain dolls and stuff. Well, I had this clown, and when I first got him, I absolutely loved him because it was the first porcelain my one brother ever gave me. So I just thought he was like the coolest thing ever. I was so proud of it. I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, I love this thing until he actually started playing a different tune than what he actually originally played. I mean, it was insane. I had that thing for probably, yeah, we lost him. I don't know if he'll probably come back in.
Yeah.
But I probably had that thing for a good 3 or 4 years before it actually started to play something completely different than what it originally used to play.
Right.
Like, how's that shit happen?
Nah, that's too freaky.
Come on. Like, nope, that was the end of that clown's doll days. Like, that was it. That was the end. Let me see if I can. Where'd he go? There he is.
I don't know what happened.
He said, no, he said his computer fucked up.
Oh.
He asked if ours did too.
No, we're good. Good to go.
He sent me a picture. Hold on. I want to try to open this and see, but it's like he got an error or something. Whoa. It says page unresponsive for StreamYard.
Tell him to use the same link back in again. Here he is. He's not back. He's back.
Had to have been an internet connection.
Yeah. There you are. You're back. Kinda.
Yeah, he's glitching out.
Stuck.
Hold on, he's messaging me. He's messaging me.
Freeze ring.
So my computer. He said, hang on, it's taking a bit. My computer just stopped working as I was trying to show the object.
Oh. Hey, Steve.
What?
A very deep freeze ring. Oh boy. God, we have fun.
I think we're gonna have to have Dan come back on when we start really getting into what we got at the Hinsdale house.
Right.
Yeah, he can't get back in. Oh, hold on. I gotta learn how to type again. There we go. Well, I mean, we are. What time is it, Scott? I don't even fucking know.
It is 10:40.
Oh shit. I mean, do you want to just wrap it for the night? And I mean, maybe we can have him come back on again.
Sure. After I took care of him, then we'll peace out. But don't we have Bob back on again?
That's what I was thinking too.
Well, what's the extent Colorado gets settled? He's probably leaving soon for there. I'd like to see how this next year's going to be for him. Sounds pretty exciting.
All right, let's see what he says really quick. A girlfriend needs a potty break, anyways.
I need something to eat.
Yeah, you saw I poured more in there.
Holy moly!
Holy moly!
Jesus, what?
Cheese and rice, Scott.
Oh god.
Hold on, he said he's about to come back.
All right.
He's trying.
Yeah, I see him pop up here.
Do ya?
Yeah, he's popped it in now. Hold on.
Cheese and rice. Holy shnikes, Batman. You see the shirt I'm sporting?
Oh yeah. I want
Okay.
to
My
wear.
Nick Croft one.
There you are. She's still freezing.
He's a. I asked him if he thought it was his internet connection. He's like, I don't think so, but it could be. Hang on. He's like, bear with me. And then that's what I asked him about, just wrapping it for the night and then having him back on again. But he's definitely froze.
Yeah. Ours were pretty tonight.
Where'd you go, Ricky?
Jesus. Come back, Shane. Oh my.
No.
Out again.
He said, I'm about to come back in. Hold on. And he's like, the host has to add me, I think.
I don't think so. Well,
No, he's,
well,
yeah.
that- he paused it. I hit add to stream.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
right. Just tell him when he comes in. Tell him we're seeing him, but he's not. We can do it.
I just told him, I said, you did come back in, but you froze. Oh, good Lord. And I typed correctly.
I can't type for shit.
I think it's giving him some kind of like error or something like that. Y'all, this wig is so damn heavy. My head. Phew.
It's heavy in my head too.
Yeah, you would know if it was heavy, wouldn't you, Scott? Yeah. Go ahead. Tell our fans and followers what you did.
Oh boy, I think you all did. That's funny.
You
There
all
were-
did, but Don did not put on the wig. You
Did he?
did, Bill did, Bri did, Don didn't.
Did he? I thought he did. Oh.
Mm-mm.
Well.
Yeah,
Well,
it said page unresponsive, so
All right. This year,
it
what?
keeps giving him the StreamYard is. He's like, but. I was enjoying the talk.
There we go.
He's like, we can make this
Y'all
a
hear me?
part one. Yeah, I mean,
There
we
we
can
go.
definitely have more than one part. We can do more than one part.
It's back.
Hang
His
on.
little butt.
Yeah, here we go. I'm back. Now my haunted objects are
They're messing with you.
this issue.
Look, there he goes again.
And here we go again.
Oh.
So, you know what? I'm not trying to blame the whole. I'm not trying to blame them, but I have a feeling it's them with me. There
Yes,
goes the
you
light
do.
again. The light's still doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we went for a very long time
But
without
anyway,
having
what were
any
y'all
issues.
talking?
Then all of a sudden, it just like should have hit the fan. If I see any of
Just
those
with
dolls
me.
move behind you, though, like,
We're done.
Well, no,
It's a wrap, man.
well, I got that little bear right there too.
Oh, it's cool. Little bear.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
the bald head looking one just doesn't look too pleasant.
well, that
So
one
yeah.
actually was a mystery box one. The
Oh.
one,
Oh Lord.
that one was a mystery box. It belonged to this little girl. She was 3 months old, I think, when she had it, because the doll was with. It was a high profile case, and I'm not gonna say the parents' name or names because I'm not trying to get their information or anything. And I guess the dad or boyfriend, I don't know to all the details, but the little girl ended up in the hospital with with a lot of broken ribs, and I think it
Oh
was
shit.
I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't know, I don't remember all the details to it, and I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Right.
When when I look for where that stuff is, I'll message it to you and everything. Let y'all read it, but I just gonna say the wrong thing
Dang.
or anything.
Right.
But it was
That's
involved
crazy.
in a high profile case, and
Oh shit.
the mother actually gave me her baby blanket when she was in the hospital.
Oh.
She's still alive today,
Wow.
and I think whenever I start traveling with the show and everything, she's gonna let me meet her in person.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
cool.
nice. Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
It
I
would
think it'd be cool to
because
kind of to meet everybody in which you have collected something from. You know what I mean? Get more of a backstory of the
yeah,
item, or I think that'd be very cool.
yeah, I didn't think about that. Have like a I don't know. I'll probably have to figure something out. But the items that I keep in my room are gonna be what stays in my room. Like the ones that I can fit in here, be the ones that stay in here with me. One of these days, I'm gonna try to open a haunted museum, and
Right.
all the other items that I find are gonna go into the museum. The ones that I hold dear to me now are gonna stay here in this room with me.
Now, you planning on doing that once you get to Colorado? Is that where you'd like to
Yeah,
open it at, or are you kind of thinking forward on and opening it somewhere else?
I'm gonna open it in Colorado. I'm gonna see how well it does, and then I'm probably gonna try to branch out. I'm gonna try to open up one everywhere,
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool.
but I don't
Maybe
want to
not so
do it
much
where there's
everywhere,
already
but like one on the East Coast, one like Midwest, one West Coast, one you know what
exactly.
I mean?
I,
Yeah.
I just I just don't want to do it where there's already like a haunted museum at, because I know there's some out there already, but I don't want to step on their toes, make them feel like they have competition because somebody just put a new haunted museum there. I'm not one to
Right.
do that. I will find somewhere where nobody has a haunted museum on close by or anywhere, then I'll place it at.
Yeah.
Also, this made my EMF detector off too.
Oh, interesting. I'd like to go there
At the
sometime too.
Etsy store. Yeah. Well, I feel like since the book is about her and people read her
Right.
or read about her, they kind of conjure her spirit to them in that moment. It's like I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like
a
if you talk about her, if you read
manifestation.
about her, then you conjure her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that was like the same time that the meter was making this book go off was about oh, was that Is that my mic?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Is that my microphone?
Well, no,
You
it
see where I'm
shouldn't
pointing
be
at?
because your mic is behind the book. You see
Oh
what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
forgot about that. Yeah, it's like, see,
Maybe your laptop screen.
what the
Could be.
heck? Possibly, but I think I'm tripping.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm
You want
tripping.
to
We'll
know.
just that.
Hmm.
That is so weird because it
Anyway,
does look like a fucking
but
face. Like when he moved it, that one, like it straight up looked like
yeah, it
a
does.
face, like looking back at us. But I'm thinking, like, if it's a reflection from the computer
It
screen,
does.
okay, I'm moving, so like you should see movement
I think.
in.
Yeah, it's the reflection of the screen.
Yeah, I can see my hand.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. And my clown thing is going off by itself.
The
But
music box thing.
as I was trying to say, yeah, at the same time that I probably posted the video of the meter making this go off, I get on Instagram and I see somebody that was actually at the Lizzie Borden house at the same time I got this that video, and I watched the movie tonight where they mentioned Lizzie Borden in the video, and I see her cat over there playing with something.
I
Is
don't
your
know
cat
what the
trying to
hell
get
she's doing.
something over there?
See, that's my altar, and she's bad.
Bessie.
Raven. I no, the
It looks
other
like she's
day
about
I
to fall
caught her.
off.
No, she won't.
There
Oh,
she
oh,
is.
Ray
Yep, see,
Ray.
told you. I told you she was about to fall off.
Are you okay? You dummy. That's what
They
you
always
get for
stand.
extending
Hey, I
that
wouldn't feel
long
sorry
ass
for her.
body.
They always stand on their feet.
I wouldn't.
Normally she
I
doesn't
wouldn't feel
fall off
sorry
for
for her.
shit.
She put it. Well, see,
Doing?
animals do stuff like that. I don't feel sorry for them because they put themselves in that position.
Dude, she's weird. She's stop talking about you. Mama's talking about you.
You are.
She's strange. She is. I'm telling you, if there's, I legit call that cat my spirit animal because she is just like you can watch her. So I told you, well, Scott, I told you about like the old man in this house.
Mhm.
Okay. So when the old man in the house is up to his shenanigans and throwing his tantrums and stomping up and down the steps and everything else, like she will stand at the bottom of the steps and just like she'll eye him up, like, come on, bring it on, like bring it on. Like she's not. She's a really good cat, though. I have to admit,
Blue light still has me.
she's a bit crazy, but she's a good cat.
That blue light still has me tripping.
I don't know.
I'm trying to. It's
I'm
not my
gonna take a
phone
potty
because I
break
just
here.
turned it off.
I mean, might it be the light of your laptop screen, like reflecting off of your arm bar?
I mean, it could be, but why is it black in a long period of time? Because I mean, it's still black, and it's been like that for a few seconds now. Now it just went away.
Oh! I see what you're saying. I saw it.
I don't know why I point out weird stuff like that.
And it's not like my lighting
It's
has
just
been
like in
strange.
photos. It's just like in photos. I point out weird stuff in photos that nobody catches all the time. Now I can see it before somebody else does. Try to see. Is it one of y'all? My neighbor's kid comes over and listens to my object sometimes, and I had to explain to her like my meter. She uses my meter to go on to see if they're haunted. I had to explain to her that it's not always going to go off
Right.
whenever you run the meter in front of an object. I mean, yeah, it will from time to time, but it's not going to always constantly do it when you want it to. It'll only do it when you don't want it to.
And how old is she?
It's like 8,
No.
either 8 or 9. And
Breaking her into the paranormal world. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Start them young.
well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. She may already be thought because me and her mom was talking, and we were talking about the meter. Is she already knew what it means when it goes to the red light.
Oh, okay.
She actually said it before me and her could even explain to her. So
I think,
she's been watching something.
Yeah, kids nowadays are exposed
talks
to
about-
so much stuff. What are you doing? That's my chair. Stop it. Asshole, keep your nails out of my chair. Yeah, she's not declawed.
Yeah, it's hard.
I mean,
it's hard to take
Plus-
kids ghost hunting though, because with there being a curfew out these days, it's hard to take them to do that stuff.
as long as you have a legal guardian or a parent with them, they can't say shite.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yep.
Well, I feel like even if you're to take her to a cemetery to investigate it, or somewhere close by that's supposed to be haunted, but she's with an adult, and if her mom gives me permission to have her with me, then that should be okay too, right?
Yeah.
In most scenarios, yes, but you would have to almost have like a written
Yeah.
like consent letter form,
Okay.
whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it, and then like she still has to be easily accessible to be able to contact, kind of like thing.
Okay.
So I mean, he'll be 14 in May, but my son, he's seriously intrigued in the paranormal. I mean, he absolutely loves it. He's very intrigued. So Scott and I plan on taking him out to cemeteries, stuff like that, out and in around our area, like this summer. Because you also have to think too, you can't, he wanted to come to Hinsdale, but we were at Hinsdale for, a whole weekend. We were there for 2 nights. So, to take a child to a place like the Hinsdale house for a whole weekend where, if something would happen to go, berserk or off the wall kind of thing, there's no quick retreat. There's no quick escape from that. You know what I mean? But
I guess I don't have kids, so I wouldn't know.
Keep it local, stay close, and that way at least if she gets spooked, if she gets scared, you don't have too far to go until you can get her home or whatever. But I say start with cemeteries, especially with kids.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't start. No, I was just using that as an example. I wasn't talking about taking her to a cemetery for real.
I say go for
time.
it. I mean, it's kind of the best place to go because a lot of the places, businesses or homes or, cemeteries are free. Okay. A lot of the other places that you go investigate, they're not free. You have to pay to investigate there.
which isn't fair. I feel like, people should let us do it for free.
Oh, it gets expensive. It gets expensive. I mean,
It does.
the one place that we're looking at doing right now, which is, I'm not going to put any names out there or anything like that, just because of, and speaking about it publicly. But it's, you either pay $500 for one night or you pay $1,000 for a weekend. And it's a
They're a lot
place
more
that,
expensive than the Stanley.
and they get more expensive than that. It's crazy to think about, but if you are a small team just starting out, and you don't really have the funds or the means of being able to not only pay for the investigation, but then like also your travel expenses and everything else. I mean, it can get pretty pricey. It absolutely can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That that's why I think I decided. I think we talked about why I want to do it alone, but I think that's another reason why I want to do it by myself, because having another person there that you can't rely on be hard, because if y'all both doing the same thing, trying to accomplish the same goal, it's supposed to be 50-50. It's not supposed to be one person doing more than the other person is, or it's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be even.
Well, and I mean, the best thing about having, between myself and my guys is anytime we go on investigation and we travel and we, you know what I mean, we split the cost of literally everything. So, we go on an
Yeah.
investigation. We take the cost of the investigation and we split that by how many of us are going to be going to that investigation. And then, okay, like we just went to the Hinsdale house. So Scott and I, we traveled the farthest to get to the Hinsdale house. So I'm in Indiana, Scott's in Ohio. So I picked up Scott on my way through Ohio to go to New York. And then our other three guys are in Pennsylvania. So then they carpooled together and they went to, New York, and we all met there. And then we split the cost for, for food, for it. I mean, whatever else. I see your point in, doing it alone, but if you find the right people to be able to investigate with, especially when it comes to like going to locations and stuff like that, it actually helps you to be able to get to more places because you're not paying for everything by yourself. It is a
Like,
team. You do things together
exactly.
as a team, and you all pitch in.
We have a good group.
Exactly.
We do.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. When I had somebody that was supposed to do it with me, but I just felt like that I'm not trying to talk bad about her or anything like that. She's a good person, and I just felt like I was doing all the work, putting all the money to it, and she knew how much I made every 2 weeks. And I get that she has kids and all that, but she could help out every now and then. She ain't always got to help out, but if I needed something, she could have helped me got it. Or, you know, I don't, I don't want to go like I'm going through the process right now, trying to get this going. I don't want somebody that's just gonna be a part of my success and not the process. I don't want to get
All right.
everything ready and then she jump on board and be ready to go. That's not how this is gonna work.
All right.
I'm not. If you show the same amount of effort as work as I put into this, then I'm gonna let you do it with me. But until then, I just feel like I should do it by myself. And
Well, and until you find the right person or the right people where
or
you can
monkey.
come together like that and equally do things. I mean, I get it. I understand. But yeah,
I
you'll
mean,
get there. Eventually you'll get there. You'll find the right person or the right people where you can kind of team up together, kind of tag team on it and understand that in order to make certain things work, and I hate to say it this way, but it's got to be like a marriage, like a relationship, okay? In order to do certain things like
Oh,
this together, because you
well, even,
well, a relationship, a marriage.
well,
Okay, a
even,
lot of
well,
people are
even,
like, "Oh, well, it's 50-50." It's no, you put your all in it. So when you're doing something like this together, you're putting your all into it, but then you are also you're contributing. You're working together and contributing. It's not just one person or two people out of four, or you know what I mean? It's you'll get there.
no.
yeah.
Just gotta find the right people.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, that's why if I one of these days
Hey,
I
you
need to
can
go
come
back
up
to
to
where I
Indiana,
got the
Ricky.
item.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got you. Just come
Well,
up to
the
Indiana.
the items that I have, um, I need to go back to the place where I got them and finish doing the video so I can make a video because if I if I do it right, Ghost Hunters they said they may sponsor me if they like it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Talked
that's cool.
to I talked to Daryl. Well, Daryl, I don't know how he is about it yet until he sees a link of it. He's it's more of those. Let me see something first, and then I go off of that. That's what vibe I get from him.
Right.
Uh, Mustafa, I haven't really brought the idea up to him. Brian was the only person that I mentioned it to, and I mentioned it to Brandon too, but he don't talk much whenever you try to talk to him. And Brian said that they just want to see a link to the show first.
Right.
I guess they want to get an idea of what I'm trying to do before they
Yeah.
that they're going to be in it.
Right.
Well, and
So
absolutely. I mean, that's any. Well, I don't want to say any, but yeah, it's a good
yeah,
majority of the ones who have a higher reputation, a bigger name, a larger following. You know what I mean, like that kind of whole vibey kind of
yeah,
thing. If they're going to kind of mentor or take someone under their wing, or you know they they want to see what you can bring to the table. They want to see what you have to offer before they're like,
yeah,
oh yeah, let me just sign on the dotted line and check. So I mean that makes sense.
exactly.
It does. It makes sense. But that's awesome. I mean,
But
I honestly, I wish you the best of luck in that, because I think that would be a really good, uh, a phenomenal outlet for you. For your future comings
yeah,
in this.
well, there's one person that if I could choose out of the out of all of them, if I could choose one person to be a mentor, is Grant Wilson. Because whenever I worked at the Stanley the second time, I actually got to meet Grant Wilson in person, and me and him got a bit certain pictures where there might be something in them, like a spirit in them or something. And then I showed him those pictures, and we pretty much went on like a little scavenger hunt. And he wanted me to show him where I took those photos that he couldn't debunk any of them. So I
Oh,
think
that's
he
really
would be the
cool.
one person I would want to mentor
So
me
wait,
the most.
you were working at the Stanley while their team was there to actually do an investigation, or just visiting?
Uh, it wasn't like Brian, Richel, and all of them. They wasn't there with Grant whenever I was there. I don't know who the
Okay.
people were that was with him. He might have been just there visiting, but I'm not sure.
So he might have just been
But
there visiting. Okay.
yeah, because he was with a girl and two other guys, but it wasn't Brian or anybody like that. Because I would remember them, and I'm sure Brian and them would have remembered me too if we met in person. Because I'm sure most people remember who they meet in person. So,
I wonder if it was maybe
Grant, he
Chris.
meets a lot of people.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
what year was this?
2018, I think.
That
It
So
was
who?
way
that
before the second season of Ghost Hunter.
may have been Chris and Adam and what's the other guy's fucking name? The guy with like the kind of like goatee. Shit.
I'll have to see of it. I have the pictures.
I can't think of it. Britt? Is it Britt?
I
Chris,
can't
Adam,
remember
and Britt?
everybody's name because
Oh, I know. And see, they did that.
was
They
more of
also did that show where they were like training, like that's how Adam came on board. That's how what's the other guy's name? I can't think of
hang
the
on,
other name.
sure. I sent you a picture.
What?
Did you get the picture?
The fuck? Not yet. Wait, hold on. Yes, I did. Hold on. Sorry, I'm like bitching.
A growling noise. Is your cat growling or something?
No, that was me.
Is your cat growling at? Okay.
No, that was me. Like making dumbass fucking noises at some ignorant ass Facebook message I got. I'm telling you, I'm about ready to delete Facebook Messenger. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. The messages that I get.
Sorry.
Man, I feel dumb. No.
It's
No, I
disgusting.
feel dumb because I feel dumb because I'm listening to.
Oh, wait a second. Who is that?
I had my headphones on. I don't know who they are. I think they told me their names, but I don't remember who they are. But I know Grant is right. You know where Grant's at.
Yeah, I see Grant. I'm gonna let me send it to Scott because he must have been with people from other teams. They don't look.
It could have been the crew from Taps, but I'm not sure.
No, it's not. It's not the Taps crew.
Okay. See, I watched Ghost Adventures for a while.
You said what? 2007. 2017. They weren't even. Yes, they were all.
2018.
Well, they were still all together in 2018. They didn't split up from Ghost Hunters to Ghost Nation until what, 2019?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, see, they're not. I mean, this one dude, the second dude in, he looks familiar. I don't know.
I said I just know Grant, so he was the only one really that I wanted to talk to. Not all of them. What is it doing now? Oh, okay, I see.
He's sharing it.
There you go.
Okay, I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to the StreamYard.
Yeah.
Just like you know how at first how I had my headphones. I had my headphones on and I can hear y'all through my headphones. Whenever I got back on after we had the technical issue, or after I had the technical issue, I was still thinking that I was hearing y'all through my headphones when I'm hearing you without my headphones.
Huh.
Oh.
Wanted to catch on to. I was like, I feel dumb. That's why I said I feel dumb because I was sitting there, I had headphones on. I think I was listening to y'all through my headphones.
Well, yeah, we might have to have you back on for like a part two or oh shit. I mean, honestly, anytime, Ricky, you want to come on and chit chat and we definitely can do that. But
I mean, I don't
I
mind.
know it's getting late, my guys, and I have two creatures that I have to get to bed, even though it's Friday night.
And you still have to go to the bathroom too because you said you had to
I
go to
still
the
do
bathroom
gotta
when she never
pee.
did.
Yeah, I'm like doing the potty dance underneath my desk here. Y'all just can't see it.
Got your leg crossed.
Uh,
No, the
one more
legs are
thing.
just going constantly.
There is one more thing I'll say before we go.
I mean, they have been very
This
quiet.
summer,
I will say that they've been very quiet.
this
You're
week
coming to
I'm doing.
Indiana to see Scott and I. Oh no, okay.
If I had the money to, I would. I don't have the money for that. Now, eventually, I will be out there. It's just I don't know. I don't know when because I'm going to all the NT stores in every city and every state. So, however long it takes me to
Right.
do a full state, then it could take me up to a year to do a full state. So, but
You're gonna have your calendar
the
full.
summer I plan starting in June. Exactly. Once I start it, yeah, I will. From June 1st to August 31st, I will be doing nighttime investigations. I'm going to try to do them Sunday through Monday or Monday through Sunday
Okay.
from the 7 a.m. And I'm going to try to be on,
And you
it's
said
going to be
that's
on
on your
Instagram.
Instagram, though. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try to stay live for as long as Instagram will let me. Because I don't know the time frame where how long you can be on Instagram before they kick you off and you got to jump back on. I'm gonna try to stay
Oh, I
on.
don't either.
If I have to get off, if I have to get off and then get back on again, I will. But I will still go live from 9 to 10 and investigate
So, what
every
is
object I
your
have, and I'm gonna give my. It's a Haunted Pickers 2020, and every
okay?
object will have 4 to 5 days to do. I will investigate the object within 4 to 5 days to give it time to do what it's supposed to do, whatever it's going to do, and while I investigate it. I mean, I know my objects ain't going to move around or throw something or like cause any kind of paranormal activity or anything like that while I'm trying to investigate, but just uh, so people can see how my objects and stuff.
Now, do
Like
you have any
all my
other?
objects will.
Do you have any other social media outlets that you use other than like Facebook and Instagram that you'd like us to share out? And
Well, I'm trying to get an intro made before I really post anything, and to find somebody to
okay,
actually do the intro the way I want it to be is really hard to do because they say they know how to do it until I mention this one thing in the intro, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't do that." I was like, then they want to charge me $1,500 to $3,000 before they do a minute and 20-second long video.
Jeez.
now you
I
mentioned
mean, I want to
YouTube. What's your YouTube channel's name?
just Haunted Pickers,
Okay, so that's
but
without the
there's
2020.
two. Yeah, there's two of them up there though, but the one that you need to look for, the one if it shows subscribers, how many subscribers I have, that's the one
Okay,
that I have. I have 61 subscribers. That's the one that you need to go to the
okay,
most because that's the one I'll be when I get the intro made. That's when I'll start posting more content on there. It's just until I get it made, then I have to do what work with whatever I have because I don't make a lot of money and yeah.
right.
I
Hey, Ricky,
don't have $3,000 to cough up. Yeah, I don't have
I
three
got
grand to
something to
cough
tell
up
you,
to pay
man.
for it. But
You could talk to our boy Scott over here, who does some pretty amazing shit with intros and stuff. I'm just saying.
Why didn't you tell me that? You know how to make a cartoon version intro?
I just did.
No, I mean like cartoon version, like because I want my intro to be a cartoon.
I'll have to look into it.
I was gonna say he can do some pretty cool shit. It's
Hmm.
You cartooned yourself before, so
Yeah, I used to do it for fun too. I never tried anything.
Okay.
there you go. You two can
Well-
converse about this, and there you go.
Cool.
Don't worry. So I'll send you the script after we get off because I already have the script written down that way. It's hard. It's hard to explain. I mean, because the way I want it, I mean, it don't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. I guess to somebody that is not paranormal, I guess I don't know. I'll explain it to y'all and see if y'all can grasp the concept of it. Okay, so basically, let's say I have 20 haunted object or 20 objects like dolls, figurines, whatever it is, around the chest, numbers that are flying around, and there's a red light setting, or it'd be like in a red light setting, and the orbs will fly into the objects, bringing the objects to life, and they'll be moving around. But there'll be one orb that's floating over the chest that will be talking as me until I get to the end of the intro. And when I get to the end of the intro, I will manifest into the chest, and all the objects will fall to the floor. And I'll pick up the 2 meter. I'll pick up like 2K2 meters while they're going off the red, and then that'll be the end of it. Does that sound like a lot to y'all?
I mean, how long are you? How long are you looking for it to last? Like, is this like a
Just a,
20-second intro?
Just a minute.
Like a 30-second intro?
well, I'm thinking it's probably going to be in 20 seconds, or it just depends on how long it takes me to say the intro.
Okay. So you'd almost have to
don't
record
think
yourself saying the intro to see how long. I mean,
It
yes,
only
I
takes me
will
like
tell
20
you.
seconds.
I will tell you that is a lot of work because you have to do things frame by frame, piece by piece, and for you to have this element, then this element, then this element, then all of these other elements, and then you're adding in another element, and then it is a lot, but I'm sorry, I can't see anybody trying to charge anybody $3,000 to do like a fucking 20-second in. I mean, yes, it's very. What's the word I'm looking for, Scott?
Involves.
But
Well,
it's
even for
short.
a minute and 20 seconds.
It's short.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that.
Even
That's
for
crazy.
a minute. Even for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, even for.
That's
See,
still
that's what
absurd.
I'm saying. I mean, I get the one part that might be hard to do is me manifesting from the orb.
Well, no, not necessarily, because you're just taking one image and you're. I see. I can't explain it because I'm not tech savvy like that. My guys are. I'm not. But like, I see it. I understand it. I just don't know how to explain it. But it's not really that difficult to do. But it's a lot of different variables in a very short time frame that you are including, that you're taking away, that you're adding other features, that it is a lot. It's a lot in like a small clip, but I still don't see that being $3,000 worth of
$3,000.
fucking work. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I guess. I guess because I wanted a minute and 20 seconds long. That's probably why they say $3,000. But even if it's a minute and 20 seconds, I still don't see it being that that much.
No, because some of the things you can literally just kind of copy and paste and keep going. So, like you were talking about, like the stuff coming out of the chest, then kind of like, so once you get one of those factors into like that reel, that whatever you call it, well, then it just keeps going. You don't have to do anything else with it. Then
Yeah.
you're adding another. That's what I mean. Like
Right.
it's a lot, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know really. I don't know how to really fully explain that kind. Like I know exactly what you're talking about, but for me to try to technically explain it,
Yeah.
I can't. My guys can. I can't.
Well, the, the objects won't be coming out of the chest. They'll be they'll be moving around the chest. The chest will be open, but I will form like when I manifest, I will manifest inside the chest. Like I'll be standing inside the chest.
Okay. I mean, it's still, but it's still pretty much the same fundamentals, the same basic layout, though, because you're adding different factors into. I mean, I see what you're saying, but
Mm-hmm.
I still can't see that being. I'm sorry, I can't see that being a $3,000 fucking job for anybody who
Right.
isn't just like,
Just trying
give
to,
me your damn money, and that's insane.
Right.
exactly. I'm like, why? You're pretty much just trying to screw me over when I can find somebody to either do it for nothing or charge me $50 to $100 to do something like that. I mean, not
Right.
everybody is out to get money from somebody.
No, and I'm trying to think. I mean, there's apps. I mean, there's apps that you can actually go in and create your
I'm not smart.
own. I see. That's my thing. I can do certain things, and I can patch a lot of different shit together to do certain things at different times. But it's like once you start adding so many different layers together on that, that's where I start to get lost. Like it's just like I can
Yeah.
do about 5 layers, and then I'm done. My ass is done. Anything beyond that,
Well,
and
I
it
tried
just
to.
becomes too much.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
mean,
tried to
Scott might.
attempt to do it myself, but
Yeah, I would
I mean,
say after
if
like
he,
after our show or something, email Scott or Facebook message him, and he's really good at doing like the intros and adding different layers into intros and stuff like that. I mean what you're trying to do, it is a lot of different variables, but he might at least be able to get you on something or in something where you can do it yourself, where you can create these things, you can see it, you can test run it, you can,
yeah.
because I know there's apps
Well,
out there where
I
they
went,
make it very simple, but Scott does all that stuff
well,
for us.
even then, e- even then, I still wouldn't know what to do because I don't even know how to draw, let alone try to make a cartoon version intro.
Well, it's taking pictures. So it's like taking pictures of what you want to use and then animating it into like a certain app, or whatever app that you're using, you can animate it in that app. And then from there you have to add this, you know what I mean? It's like a layering. I don't know how to explain it. I can see it, I know it, I
Yeah,
understand it. I just don't know how to explain it. But there are very
get worded.
easy ways
Yeah,
of doing it. Yeah. But my
Scott,
guys,
if you're willing to help
I
me with
gotta
it,
pee, so
Yeah, we get to it.
well, if you're willing to help, okay. If you're willing to, I'll send you the script, even though I
Okay.
explained it to you, and whatever you decide to charge me, I'll pay it. Just let me know. Or if you don't decide to charge me at all, just let me know. And I mean, I'm willing to pay for it. So at least you know I'm willing to.
No, yeah.
Um,
We're
I was gonna say, or at least just kind of like
Cause,
point him in the the right direction with like a
Right.
creator app or you know what I mean, something like that where he could try to do it himself too.
There is a lot out there.
Well, even if he were to do that, I mean, there's an animator, and I couldn't even figure that out. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's supposed to be like where you can make a 2D cartoon or whatever, and what like the stuff that I want to do or for the intro, I can't do myself because I can't figure out how to make an object move, and then or draw it into a cartoon or any of that stuff. I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea of what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, it's
And I would
a
have to
process.
yeah, and I would have to have somebody here with me to show me how to do it instead of trying to read. I'm more.
Hands
I have to
on.
see you do it in order for me to be able to do
Right.
it. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't go by what you tell me. I have to see you do it.
Right.
Right.
Uh,
We'll get you there. We'll try to help you out with that the best that we can. Or at least maybe
Bill's
try
really
to
good
point
too.
you. Yeah. I was gonna say
Bill.
okay.
to at
Bill
least try to
is good
point him in
too.
the right direction
Mhm.
of yeah. That's what I was
Okay.
that's what I was
That
thinking
works.
too.
I mean, yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, I won't turn down the help if people offer it to me, but I won't. I mean, it's hard for me to ask for help, but I won't turn it down. So
Well, we'll try to help you out with that the best that we can. That's what we're here for. I mean, we're all here to help each other out in this community. So yeah, we'll definitely try to help
exactly.
you out with
That's
that.
another. That's another thing I was gonna say. I know you're trying to hurry up and get off here because I see you squirming over there.
I got pity.
I know you do. I'll try. I'll say this
Damn it,
last thing,
Ricky!
and
I
then
done
we'll
had
leave it
3
at that.
kids. Like you know.
Well. All right. The thing that I want to say is, if it comes down to pickers, which I know it will, because it has the potential to be as big as it wants to be,
Right.
and if I accumulate any kind of money from it, which I don't expect it, if it had what I do, and when I get in a position to where I can do this, I plan on giving back to people. I don't plan on just taking care of myself or making sure others around me are good. I plan on giving back to let's say certain YouTubers that I like or certain teams that I come across that creating a side family with or a friendship with.
Right.
If I see they're struggling with equipment, I plan on just giving all that back to help them get to where they need to be to where they can do what they want to do. Because that's how karma works. Karma is you do for
Yes.
one, you get it back in return. But
What
if
comes around
you
goes
treat
around.
somebody bad, you're gonna get
Yeah.
that back. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just look at it as that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm not
That's
making
good.
no promises, but until it happens, then I'll try to make that promise. But I'm not doing it now because I don't want to break a promise I can't keep.
Right.
Well, we will definitely have you back on, and we'll stay in touch with your progress and see how you're doing and where you're at, and um, and stuff like that. But we'll also get like your Instagram shared out to everyone, and your YouTube shared out, and your Facebook page shared out to everyone as well. Um, but make sure you keep
Now
in
I know
touch
the name.
with us as well, and let us know how you're doing and what stage you're at and everything else.
You know I will because our birthdays are the same.
I know this
Remember?
damn kid.
Our birthday.
He is. He's my birthday 20. He really is. So, like we share a birthday on the same day. He made a post on Facebook, and I was like,
Different year.
"Hold on, fucker! Like, wait a second! Like, that's my birthday." So yes, we are birthday 20s. Everyone, we both share a birthday on the same day.
Wow.
Yeah.
March 10th. Just a different year.
Yep.
I'm just a whole lot older. Is what he's not saying.
I don't hear you talk. I'm old.
I'm not that much old. I mean,
I used to be the baby of
I mean,
our
I'm still
team
young, but
until Bry came along, and now I'm no longer the baby. Now Bry is.
I'll be 53 in August.
That's still young. In today's standards of like old and like, it's still young. I mean, I can remember being a kid, and if you were like 30, 40 years old, like you were old. You know what I mean? Like now, it's that's young. Like in your 50s is still young. I'm like, woo! I'm still young. Yes, I'm doing good.
I'm only 32, so
yeah. See, he's gonna smear it in. I knew he would. He's a baby too.
Well, I still got a lot of learning and growing to do before I can start
It's a good way
getting
to
into
look at
that
it.
other show that I want to do. So
That's a really good way of looking at it.
Like that other show, I mean, I'm starting to learn more and more every day about certain stuff, and I don't try to copy what other people say about certain stuff. I try to just use that as hindsight, or however you say it, and I just try to rethink it to where I can reword it to what I think of how that is, I guess.
I'm very interested to see how that ends up playing out. Like, honestly, I can't wait. I think your whole new idea and this concept, I think it's been something that has kind of been like long overdue, but it's one of those things of,
well,
who all is honestly going to be willing to be a part of it and put themselves out there like that and be like, oh yeah, I've been a raging asshole for the last year and a half. Like, you know what I mean? But I think it will be an eye-opening experience if you can get the involvement and everything else. And it goes both ways, because you don't only have to have the people being like, yeah, I've been that asshole for the last whatever, but you also have the teams who have been like, look, we've been the ones who have been treated poorly by so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And now, is the so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so going to have the balls enough to come forward and be like, yeah, I might have been a bit of an asshole. You know what I mean? Or are they going to... Are they going to just back down and be like, no, I want no involvement of this. I don't want to... I support you, man. You got my support, because I'm very intrigued to see how this goes.
Yeah.
I am. And with as big as this community is...
Nobody wants to do it. Everybody... Well, my thing is, everybody talks about it, but nobody wants to do anything about it. You can say what you want, but until you be the change, you can't make the change.
Right.
You have to be the change in order to make the change.
Right.
And one of the taglines that I came up with recently, I said, no spirit should have to refeel how they how did I word it? I said no spirit has to relive how they feel,
how they felt
while they were alive.
Yeah.
In the world
something like that.
While they remain in the world of the living. Yeah, something like that. But I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but I don't know. I hear, like I said, I hear people talking about, they need to, there's a lot of drama, but nobody wants to do anything to change it, or there's just a lot of talk. They just rather, like this one guy that I talked to, I'm not going to say his name because I'm not trying to, put nobody out there until I get that show going. Because I'm even going to try to get him on the show, because he kind of rubbed me the wrong way one time. and I was trying to find somebody help, and I ended up getting a home, and he was telling me about this team that was out there, and they're close by her, and he was saying, don't go to them because they do this or they do that, or he just said something like that, and it just kind of was like, it doesn't matter what they do as long as they can help with the issue that's at hand. I mean, as
Well, and
long as
as
they don't
long
do
as they're
nothing bad or make it
respectful
worse.
too. Yeah.
Exactly. And he was like, the first thing he did was talk negative about him. I'm like, what kind of message does that send off to somebody that's looking for help? They don't go to this
Right.
team
Absolutely.
because they do this the way.
Oh, sorry.
Or I'm like, that that's gonna make that person not want to look for help no more. You know what I mean? You can't say that about just because you don't like a team doesn't mean it gives you the right to talk about them.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And if you
I
have an
mean,
issue,
we have been, well, I shouldn't say maybe so much we, but I have been in situations where I have either investigated with somebody or I know of another team but I won't talk shit. It's not a talking shit thing. Like if someone
no,
asked me for my honest opinion, if someone was like, "Oh, well, I was thinking about," so I would just be like, "Okay, but just be careful." But
no,
I'm not gonna stand there or sit there and talk all kinds of mad shit. It's just hey, just
no,
like just be careful. But we've had investigators like that too,
no,
where you bring somebody new onto the team, and you kind of get that very, I don't know, like we don't typically
and
provoke.
I've been in that position.
Yeah, see, we don't typically provoke. So to bring somebody new onto our teams, because I mean we are technically what three separate teams all together, like all together.
Yeah,
But we're just a family. That's it. We're just a big happy family, pretty much. But to bring somebody new on with us, and if they start doing things in which is not acceptable for any of us, you kind of be like, like no, like
well,
it,
like you
it may it may be your style, it may be your technique, it may be, but if you want to be a part of this, that's a no. Like go somewhere else. You know what I
this is
mean?
how I look at it. So this this is how I look at that. There's all right. Let's say if there's three teams that are trying there as a group to make one super team or whatever you want to call it. I feel that okay, everybody one team is going to have a different way of doing things than the other team is going to have. If y'all are
Most
going
do.
to coherent as a group, if y'all are going to coherent as a group, y'all are. Let's say I'm not saying y'all, but I'm just saying if all them people get together and they go on an investigation and they start doing something somebody don't like, what y'all need to do is y'all need to get together before y'all go to an investigation and go to like a cemetery to investigate if it's like a major place that you go to investigate or something, and then be like, well, this is how we do this, and then it's like a domino effect. One team, this is how we do this, and the other team should say that, and to
No,
see
we
which
actually
way
have a
is the
pretty
best way to
vigorous.
do.
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty.
Well,
I shouldn't even say pretty. It's a vigorous interview process now when it comes to actually being on our teams, associated with us, and that is to really. I mean, how do we explain this the best, Scott? It's to make sure that we are finding someone who intertwines and connects and investigates and feels the same way, or at least opposing of how we feel about the paranormal, but still have the respect and the morals and
They're willing to learn too.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, you can be not interested in the paranormal at all. I'm fine with that, and you can be part of the team, but you still have to have respect. You still have to show the moral essential
And an
of
open
being
mind.
a researcher and open-minded and willing to learn and all these other cues that's involved with being an actual paranormal researcher. You know, like it.
Exactly.
You don't have to believe in the paranormal to be a part of a team.
The community.
But you're still gonna go through a vigorous like questionnaire, a few of them, if you want to be part of this shit, because I'm gonna make sure that you're somewhat sanely checked and you can, you know, yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's just think we had this interview with Haunted Pickers. Well, with me being on Haunted Pickers and whatnot. Just think years from now we're gonna have the same interview with intervention.
We can do that. I look forward to it.
Oh yeah.
It's like seeing a vision within a vision, I guess.
Right.
Because I'm all right. Let's say I have a vision for Haunted Pickers. I'm already on the internet with y'all, and it's like here in a few years we could have another interview, but with intervention with the same person that's from Haunted Pickers.
Right. But it's good. I mean, it's good for you to stem outside in different elements and not say so mainstream to like one thing. You know, like we're a research team, but we also work on understanding and building equipment and different techniques. It's outside the box, and you know, I think that it's kind of the best way to be involved in this community is to not just so solely stick to one criteria, so to speak, because that's what kind of gets you stuck in like that loop where you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Like I don't like redonkulous shit like that. I really don't. I do not. So, I mean, for me, for my guys, it works very well because we're not just investigating, it's a researching aspect too. We are constantly learning new things. We are constantly experimenting with new techniques. I think if you get stuck in that very, and we were just talking about this, Scott, like up at Hinsdale, but like if you get stuck in that soul cycle of, oh, I'm just an investigator. Okay.
It's
like,
just like all right.
So many other people are too.
It's
like
just
what?
Yeah. You got to also realize that spirits are like that too, because you know they could. Why you think they relive their deaths so many times?
Well,
it's
and
not
that's
only
what we
just
consider.
about.
That's what we consider to be like a residual haunting, because it's a cycle for them. They are cycling through the same thing over and over and over again. They have no awareness of what's going on in the here and now. It's just they're stuck. It's that cycle.
I know. I get that it's considered residual, but I think we should change that to. I mean, I'm not. I know there's a TV show called Ghost Loop, but I feel that term should be changed to Ghost Loop because it's a ghost loop, not a residual.
I mean, I
Because a
like
ghost
that.
loop is something that's constantly replayed over and over again.
Right.
Residual energy, I think, is what's left over from when somebody passes. I think people misunderstand what that. I'm not saying y'all. I'm just saying that's what I feel. I feel like they miss. What's the word for it?
Well, I mean, it could be more so of a residual loop versus just like a residual energy. Like, I mean, I see what you're saying. I do. I
Yeah,
absolutely do. And see, this is the best part about different brains and shit coming together in this community because that's how, this is how you figure different things
learn new
out. You know
stuff.
what I mean? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
and
Like,
see, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really that knowledgeable with stuff like this when it comes to it. I don't know. For some reason, it's like when I'm in this room with my haunted objects, I listen to them, and whatever they tell me to say is what I say. It's like they give me the knowledge I need to say in a way.
it's your comfort zone.
Exactly. It's like I feel
Yeah.
more in tune with the spirits around me and the world whenever I'm with them. And I can be able to say what I think that I would never think to say before.
All right.
I mean, that does make sense. I mean, it's all about, and there again, I mean, like you just said, it's all about how you feel. You know, your feelings, your connections in the moment, where you're at, what you're with, what you're experiencing. You know what I mean? Like, I get
Yeah.
that. I think Scott understands what you're talking about because you can be in a place that's considered to be, oh, the world's most haunted location, and you would think that you would just have like ill, creepy vibes the whole entire time that you're there, but yet it
Yeah.
feels like home. It feels like, and that's kind of an out of place feeling when you hear everything else coming before you, but
Yeah.
and I think it's what you get used to too. I
Mhm.
Your experience with it, how long have you been experiencing it? How long have you been putting yourself in this environment? Because the longer you put yourself in an environment like that, the more comfortable you're going to become with it. You live in a
Mhm.
haunted house
Well, I'm
for
getting
2 days and shit starts happening and you feel like you're going batshit crazy. You live in a haunted house
exactly.
for 6 months and you're going, yeah, it's just Jane slamming my cabinets around. It's all right. It becomes obsolete anymore. You don't even really, so your feels change about it all too.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
But
Get down.
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I just think it should be called Ghost Loop though, because
I do like that. I mean, it does
like I said,
kind of make sense.
I don't know if TV show actually tried to change. I don't know if they tried to change that to that or not, but I mean,
Well, I know
it can't hurt to start saying it.
I've heard it referred to as that before. I know I have. And I
Hmm.
think
Yeah,
loop. Let me think. Loop.
but
Actually, I think the first time
nobody.
I heard it mentioned like that was actually with Ghost Nation, with Jason Halls and whoever he's with now. I think they are now they still refer to it as a residual, but they also refer to it as a loop now too. I think that might have been where I heard that.
What about a residual loop?
That might be what they call it.
I don't watch Ghost Nation, so I can't say. I mean, I'm not trying to copy from nobody, but I'm just trying to think of new, different things. I guess I don't know.
Well, but that happens. The longer you deal with anything, the longer you are involved in anything. A new terminology is going to come about, or even abbreviating certain things is going to come about. It is part of the evolution of a whole. You know what I mean? You come
Yeah.
up with new terminology, you come up with new abbreviated factors, you come up with new technology. It's how it is evolving. That shit's just bound to happen. And it has, since all of this started back how damn long ago,
Fair
really, with
enough.
the Warrens. It happens. But I gotta pee. You all can keep talking.
I know.
The homegirl here has to go
I
pee.
gotta pee.
Yeah.
I gotta pee too.
All right. Well, Raphael, here. Thanks for being our
You
guest tonight. We had fun.
Oh, you're
And,
welcome. I mean, if you don't mind waiting, we can go pee and come back and keep talking. Because it's like, all right, it's like at first, whenever you talk on the show, hard to talk about something until you get when it's almost time to be over, and then you get that's when you start really getting into depth of things. Is toward the end of the show. I've noticed that about podcasts, though.
Hey,
The
I just
more
gotta
like each
pee. That's
podcast
all
I
I
do,
know is I just gotta pee.
well, besides
all
that, it's like how we just jump from a topic to talking about paranormal prevention, and then it just goes to a completely different topic within that
right.
topic. So it's like,
Well, I think I'd wrap it up tonight. We'll have you back on. Because might have anything to eat yet.
oh,
So,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do
you're
eat,
fine.
Scott.
It's cool.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody
Thanks
got
for
to eat.
mentioning food, because now I'm gonna go eat too. Thanks, Scott. I don't
Well,
need
Don't
to.
forget, you got to feed your kitties.
Good
Don't forget, you
Lord.
got to feed kitties.
yeah. We'll definitely have you on
They got to
again.
eat
I
too.
mean, probably
That's why.
Swear,
That's why
man.
your
Yeah,
cat's been.
let's just keep.
we probably get him on the
That's why
third
your
or something.
okay. Just let me know when. But
All right.
that's probably your cat's been walking around the room, like in Paranormal Activity, or your cat's just been all over the room. It's
She
like, what is your
has.
cat doing?
She's quite the
It's
little.
over there on the right side.
She's my little investigator.
Mhm.
I don't know what the hell she's doing.
Hey,
Now she's
cats
sniffing
can do
my
that.
damn armoire. I have no idea.
Maybe it's haunted.
She's loco. She's loco.
Local.
I don't know. When my clown, I'll say this and then I'll let y'all go. I promise. Uh, Whenever my clown was with Chris, she had my clown on the floor and her cat sniffed it after it started playing music. So I don't know if that's their way of sensing there's something to it or what. But
Oh, she's always with me. She is, but I do think some of it. Okay, real quick to explain this crazy thing and my other big crazy thing. So, like my pit bull, my brindle, I rescued her when she was very very young, and she was, I mean, in a very abusive situation. So that
yeah,
dog is so like suction cupped right up mommy's ass. It's ridiculous. That's my girl. You know, but she is also the one where I say she is either your best friend or she is your worst fucking nightmare, because if she does not know you and you try to get into this home, or you put your fingers on me or my kids, you're done. You're done. Like I don't even have to command anything. You're done. She will annihilate your ass. And then like this thing, she is actually one of the kittens to my one old cat. So like her mom is mama girl, and she had two grays, two blacks. No, three grays. She had five kittens. So she had five kittens in all. Well, when these guys were just, oh my God,
She's still over there sniffing
Not
something else
not
now.
even a week old, not even 2 weeks old. Mama got out of the house and she never came back. Well, we were on an investigation that weekend. We were up in Palmyra, New York, and my husband was like freaking out. He's like, Mama got out. Like, what am I supposed to do with the kittens? How am I supposed to take care of them? They're going to die. Like, what do I do? Like, so as soon as I got back home, I started actually feeding them through a needle thing, like a syringe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kept all 5 of those kittens alive by feeding them that way. And she's the one that I kept because she looks just like her mom. I mean, the same markings in the face, the same. She looks just like her mom. So she's the one that I ended up keeping out of her mom's litter. But the animals, it's kind of weird because they have that certain attachment to people, and I think that cat knows. If it wouldn't be for me, she never would have lived. Same thing like my pit bull. If it wouldn't have been for me and rescuing her and being at gunpoint with some crazy psycho loco freaking guy to rescue her and her brothers, she probably wouldn't be here.
Right.
So but they know. They know. And when they have that bond with their humans like that, oh yeah, I can't do anything. She follows me everywhere I go. If I go to bed, when I go to bed, she won't sleep in the bed because that's Sylvester's spot and that's the dog's spot, and she knows that because she's the baby. But she will sleep under the bed on my side of the bed, like right under me. If I get up to go to the bathroom, if I get up to get a drink, or if she's right there. She's following me the whole time. She's a cool cat. She's my spirit animal. I swear she is. She's just a bit crazy.
My old dog used to be like that, so I had to get it. My old dog used to be like that, so I had to get rid of him.
It's sad. It's sad when you have to say goodbye to because they're not just pets.
Well,
they're family.
I had him ever since he was weaned from his mom. I think he was like 6 to 7 months old, and somebody had snitched on me to the landlord and told them that we had a dog, but he couldn't prove it because he didn't see us have him. And I was afraid to do a surprise investigation on us, and I wouldn't have had time to get rid of him or to hide him somewhere long enough for him to do the investigation. Then Corona hits. I'm like, son of a... I could have got him before Corona. I could have kept him because he didn't come in and do no investigation because the Corona hit.
Wow.
I was like, I could have kept him this whole time.
Right.
And it made me mad too because he was a beagle mixed in with a husky.
Oh, that's a weird combination.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know what I named him though? I'm not trying to say the name because it's like if you talk about somebody long enough, you conjure them up, and I'm not trying to really say his name to where. Well, I guess I could say it once, but don't ask me why I named him this. But at the time, the name was just on my mind. I ended up naming him Zozo.
Oh
no shit.
Yeah. I don't ask me why. I don't know why. I just, for some reason, it stuck and he liked it. So
that's all that matters.
I tried to change his name to Simba, and for a little bit he liked it, and then at first he just quit coming to me, and then when I called him Zozo, he come right to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But every time we say we're gonna get off, we end up talking longer. So
Yeah, I gotta pee, guys.
Yeah.
we say that, but we end up talking about something else.
I know. No, I'm going to pee this time. If you like it or not, I'm going to pee.
Yeah, I got to go too. So
Hey, nobody was
So I'm
stopping you
checking
from
out
last time.
regardless.
well,
But we can definitely have you back because it was a really good conversation. I mean, shit, it lasted for a while, and I mean, we have a guest
What about 3 hours?
the next 2 weeks, but I mean, I think after that we have a clean slate again as far as when it comes to
That's
guests.
fine.
So I'll be in touch.
Probably
I'll definitely be in touch
How
with you.
long?
second or
Okay.
third week,
Oh,
probably.
I mean, we'll probably get
hold on,
off
wait,
here
wait,
and
wait,
I'll be like messaging you while
hold on,
I'm peeing.
hold on. Well, hold on. Can we wait 2 more minutes? Because if we do, it'd be 3 hours even. If we wait 2 more minutes, just 2 more minutes.
Look, he's watching a timer. I see what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'll let you know right when it hits 3 hours.
Well, I was
Then
like,
we can get
now
off,
I
'cause I want to make.
understand.
You can't wait
I
2
think that was the
minutes.
longest.
He's like,
That's
I
the
got
longest
this.
live I've ever done. Is 3 hours.
You got this, Steve. You do it.
Longest live I've ever done.
That's the great part about once you start talking about a different array of things. You can keep talking and talking and talking. It happens.
Exactly, and that's what makes things. That's what makes things interesting. Is you don't. I mean, even though the show is supposed to be about haunted objects and what else, it's not always going to be about that main topic.
Right.
It's always interesting to when you can jump from one topic to another without even realizing you're doing it.
Well, and that's how you get to know people too. You know what I mean? It's.
Yeah.
I mean, Scott will tell you just as much as I will. We've been on how many times now, and we've talked about so many other different things that's not related to the paranormal, but then you get right back into it somehow, one way or the other, because you're still conversing about it, but you're going kind of off topic for a little bit to get back in the topic again.
Right.
Exactly.
We've done it several times.
And now, wait, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3 hours. I had to do it. It just reached 3 hours. So.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this very long episode with Ricky Walker from Haunted Pickers. And
Probably the longest.
we look forward to having you back. We really do. It was fun.
Okay.
Probably the longest episode y'all ever had.
It was the longest. You made it. You got it.
It was.
Peace. Take care, Ricky.
But have a good night,
I'll send you guys.
we will see you all soon.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.